we just gonna jump in the fire.
That's it?
Yeah, I just had to just jump. I had to just throw it in there because I mean, if I really just try to ease you in there, yeah, you're gonna be like,
Dang.
oh my god, I'm nervous.
You see, he didn't even let me warm up.
I
He
know.
just threw me in the
I
fire.
said 3, 2, 1, go.
Wow.
Yeah, mic's on. We good. Look, what up, y'all? I know it's gonna take a minute because like y'all gotta get the notifications. You know what I'm saying? YouTube gotta send y'all the notifications. But I do have a special guest in the building today. Do you want me to call you by your government name, or do you have another name you wanna?
You can call me Moni.
Moni?
Yeah.
We got Moni in the building, y'all. I like that. Moni. It's like money, but like
Yeah.
Moni.
Haley
I'm
calls
getting
me
the
Moni
the Munyon. Yeah, we gonna be talking about some dating stuff. I'm gonna let the notifications go out there. You know what I'm saying? I know it be like that sometimes. Oh, you know what's even better?
What?
I don't know why I didn't think about this. I like to check my stream on my phone at the same time.
Okay.
Because it's like a delay.
Okay.
On the back end. We looking at the back end right now, but it'll be people in here already in here. You don't even know that they're in there.
See, he has all the tech stuff. I don't know anything about this. This is a whole new world to me.
It's fun. When you see how easy this is, like, yeah, it's already 2 people watching, and now we just don't know right now.
Okay.
Because of the back end. What up, the 2 people that's on here? We can't say something in the chat so we can know y'all here, because y'all know I can't see nothing, man. God dang. But today we gonna be talking about these treacherous, these crazy DC streets.
Treacherous, though? That's what we calling them?
They treacherous.
I am curious. I'm not from here either. I'm not a native, but I've been here for a long time. So I'm curious what your experience has been in DC to make you feel that way.
We're going to talk about it.
You've been through some things.
I done been through some stuff. What up, y'all? What up, Steven? I see you in the chat, my boy. Yeah, it's Moni. Her name is Moni. What up, T? Y'all, I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. Y'all know, we go through this all the time when I talk about the dating in DC, but I had to bring somebody, a new face, because I think y'all be thinking I'll be making this up. That's why I'm like, if I start to bring people from in the city here so y'all can see for yourself. Now, last time we talked, it was like 2 or 3 days ago. Not sure if that many, there's not that many of y'all in the chat yet, but when y'all start getting here, just know that I'm probably going to end up having to say this again. But 2 or 3 days ago, we were talking about how there's some people who are in favor of situationships out here in these streets. There's definitely some people who are in favor. What up, H? It's treacherous out here, especially if your paper ain't right. It's treacherous. So, you know, we was talking about people being in favor of situationships, and I don't know how I feel about things being a situationship.
Have you ever been in a situationship? Let's start there.
Have I ever been in a situation? Yes, I've been in a plethora of situationships. But in DC, nah.
Okay. So the situationships that you've been in, did you see the positivity in any of them? Like, did they end roughly? Like, were they good? Were they bad? Like, what was the experience?
In the past when I had situationships? I had situationships in the past because I know for a fact that I knew at that time for sure I didn't want a relationship. And so being in a situationship, for me, it just worked back then. The me now, I feel like I'm at a place in my life to where I worked really hard to get here. And I'm not going to say I'm specifically ready for a relationship, but I just feel like I'm really more selective. And I don't even want to do situationships. Just me personally. I'm not saying this is how all guys think in DC. I'm just saying for me, I just feel like I just don't want to do situationships right now. I'd rather just spend time with me and relax and have a good time, travel the world. Like, I'm not necessarily, I don't really care about, I ain't gonna say I don't care about company because I'm not a robot, but I don't know. I'm not looking for a situationship right now.
I mean, I get that.
That's just me. How do you feel about situationships?
I don't know. Like, I feel like I haven't had a ton of them, but the last one that I can think of, it didn't start out that way. Like, I wasn't looking for a situationship, but it was kind of one of those situations where me and the guy, we had known each other for a long time. We always got along really well. I feel like a situationship usually happens because one person wants a relationship and the other person doesn't, but you end up in that situation because you still want the connection and maybe the intimacy and the sex. and you get along well enough, but it's never going to progress into a relationship.
What side were you on? Were you the one that wanted the relationship, or
I wanted the relationship,
but
when I first met him, he already told me from rip that it wasn't going to go there. But we always got along really well. Like I think the first time that I met him, we just sat and talked for like 5 or 6 hours. Yeah.
5 or 6 hours. This is in DC. Oh, you just.
I met him at a house party.
Oh, you out here for?
I met him.
Do
at a
I
house
know
party.
who this person is?
No, it was before you. It was wait. This was like another.
What year we talking?
I've been in DC for like 12 years. This was another lifetime.
Oh, a whole other lifetime.
A past lifetime.
All right.
But I met him at a house party. We got along really well. We stayed in touch over the years and stuff like that. And then it developed into just a physical relationship. And at the time, like we were both in like a weird transition. Like he was a business owner. He was trying to get that together. I think his family was putting pressure on him to go like the lawyer route, but he wanted to make it as an entrepreneur, but he wasn't where he wanted to be. And then the situationship phase came because I quit my job and I was in another transition period. Wasn't ready for a relationship, but I knew that we got along together well enough. The sex was good. And so I was like, hey, why don't we just try a situationship? And it worked. Like it got us through the weird period. I still wanted more and it never developed into more. But I was okay with the situationship too.
I'm not used to this. Like women being, Moni is very direct. he said Moni very direct.
Very.
You can also see the chat up here too, by the way.
Okay.
I know it's a little small right there.
Like
so we gonna probably
there.
read this, but they gonna read this. I don't know, they might read the screen.
Yeah.
But that's I don't know. I'm not used to women out here are just different. Y'all are so different out here.
But I mean, you are on the East Coast.
I know East Coast women. I'm just not used to. I'm not used to it. Like girls. I'm from Houston, so in Texas, in the South, basically, women in the South, like they don't want to be in a situationship if they can help it, and they definitely not gonna voice their opinion that they're okay with it. If they find themselves in it, that's different. But they usually won't like voice it. Like the fact that you and Jalita from the other day, y'all both have been saying the same thing. It's a shocker to me. I don't think people even know, like as a general. It seems like it's like it's like a hidden society in the dating world in DC. That's what it feels like.
Is it hidden, or are you just not encountering the people?
Maybe I don't encounter.
It's a range of people that are out here that want different things, and I think like when you live in a place like DC where everybody is career forward.
Yeah.
It frees you up to a lot of different options versus like I think when I first met you when we were at the festival, you were saying you felt like in Texas there were women that were dating because they needed to sometimes.
Yeah, they dating to survive.
But in DC where you're able to make a lot of money, I feel like it opens you up to a range of things and you're able to kind of like be more selective, or you're able to kind of navigate relationships differently because you want them and you're selecting them based off of how you feel, what you need, and if you know yourself, what you need in a compliment in a partner versus dating out of like, I need you because I'm trying to survive. That's a different dynamic.
Yeah. That is something that I do like about DC. It's just I don't know, man. I think all the groups that I've been a part of since I've been out here, it just felt like the underlying thing that everybody is trying to do. I feel like everybody's trying to date. Even if the group isn't labeled a dating group. It could be a hiking group, a biking group, whatever you want to call it, like bowling group. All the groups out here seem like their real motive or their real objective is to try to date or try to find people to be in a relationship with. And I think that's what keeps pushing me out and not letting me be like super involved, because I know like I ain't gonna lie. The women out here are aggressive, okay? Y'all is aggressive women. Shout out to Robert saying that he appreciates you keeping it 100, by the way.
Of course.
T said the key to situations/relationships is honesty. I believe that honesty over manipulation is a fair exchange. Yeah. You can keep it real with somebody to an extent though. You be too honest, I don't know. I feel like that could backfire, to be honest with you.
How?
Too much honesty, it could backfire. I don't think people can handle the type of, like, you will tell someone you want to know everything, but once they start knowing everything, it makes them get an ick about something, or I want to fall back because of that. I don't think everybody should know every single thing about you. There's some things you gotta keep to yourself.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess the part of honesty is telling people or keeping them informed and being transparent enough where you're speaking your truth and you're giving them enough information for them to make an informed decision. But you can't be attached to the outcome.
Correct. But so, for example, here's a good example. Like, let's say you in your mind, you want a guy who makes a certain amount of money. But then you talk to a guy, he decides to be very honest with you and says like, hey, I really do like you. I do want to treat you a certain way. But I just want you to know, because we're being 100% honest, that I only make X, Y, Z. It may only be half of what that is. But you would have never even known that if he didn't tell you, because he handles all his business. None of his bills are ever late. You know what I'm saying? But because now you have that information of knowing exactly what he makes, it might mess you up mentally. Like, well, I know I don't want to settle for this. Like this, I said I wanted a specific type of guy. And so now you might feel like you need to fall back, all because, you know, you got too much information.
But I mean, I feel like that goes into making an informed decision. Like, I feel like if the person is saying that they're looking for a person that makes a certain amount of money, I think it really depends on the nuances of that person. Because if, let's say you find a person that's making 150K or whatever, that person, their personality might be what you want, or it might not be. But if you meet a person that's making 78K and they're upfront and they're honest with you about that, based on the vibe that you have, you might still be like, okay, he told me, we vibe well enough, the money doesn't matter, I'm still going to rock with it. But did you
say only 70 or 80K?
In DC, you know that doesn't go very far.
See?
But no, I'm saying that as a person.
She said only 70 or 80K.
Because I'm saying that, tell me where, like, you know how expensive rent is. I'm not shitting on anybody that's making 70 or 80K. I'm just saying in DC, where you can't even find rent for $1,500 anymore. No, unless you're living in the hood, or you, like, it's some spots that's, I'm not shitting on anybody.
You can get a roommate, though.
And stuff. Yeah.
And y'all go half.
Yeah. I mean, that's true.
I mean, I can't do a roommate, but, you know, I understand some people need roommates. I had a roommate. You know, let me say I can't do a roommate. I was in a roommate situation a couple months ago. Back in this time last year, I was sharing a not a townhouse. What's the other thing? It's like an apartment, but you can own it. Condo. Yeah. Okay. I was in a condo with somebody, and he owned it, but I was renting a room from him. Hold on, what are they saying in the compliment? I mean, okay, hold up. T said, facts. You're right. Give the woman the choice to make her own decision. From my experience, a majority of women will still go. They gonna go, huh? We
just want the option. We just want, give me all of the details and then I can make an informed decision. Versus I find out on the back end that you only gave me a little bit of information because you're trying to manipulate the outcome. That's not right.
I don't know about that. I feel like I feel like 80 to 90% be honest, but some things are critical information. And I mean, not saying that you never ever eventually tell the person everything, but I feel like, because think about it. Think about all the people you have told a bunch of information to, and y'all strangers now.
Okay, but then that means that we weren't supposed to be.
Yeah, but now there's someone walking around the streets with your information. They can just tell that to anybody.
And I'm never going to see that person again. What's the problem?
Man, word get around.
Okay.
It travels fast.
Okay.
Nah, I can't do it. I don't know. I have like I don't know. I guess you could say I have a wall. I ain't trying to give everybody just information like that. Y'all ain't finna just know everything. Y'all see Canon Corey on YouTube, but y'all ain't gonna just know everything. Like, I know everybody want to see if I'm dating, if I'm hanging. You out here dating?
I'm trying to. I'm trying to. I mean, I will say this. I take breaks from dating. Sometimes it can be overwhelming, especially if you're on the dating apps. It's an extreme sport. Like, it's just.
You said dating is an extreme sport?
Dating on dating apps, to me, is an extreme sport. I can't do it. I've deleted all my apps. I'm not going back. I haven't been on the apps in probably more than like 6 months at this point. Don't plan on going back.
When you were on the apps in DC, what app was you on to date?
I tried a lot of them. I think when I first moved out here, I tried Plenty of Fish. I tried
POF? That's still around?
Cupid. It's still around.
Oh, wow.
Okay, Cupid. I tried Bumble.
Dang, these some old names. I think last time I heard these names, it wasn't even 2020 yet.
Okay. Tried Bumble. Tried Tinder.
I heard of Bumble.
Facebook dating.
Okay.
BLK. Whew. No. No.
BLK?
Hell no.
What's so bad about be okay in the dating scene?
Nah. Some of the, I don't know. It was a lot of attractive people on there, but some of the personalities was just hell no.
Is it ghetto?
It's not ghetto. It's just some of the conversations and interactions were just off-putting. It was off-putting.
When you start using words like off-putting, and you know that's a bad situation. It was off-putting.
It was jarring.
Okay.
Some of them conversations had me like, you know what? I'm gonna just delete the profile and get on off.
They were just getting
now.
straight to it. They were just hey, why don't you come over and
I feel like that's across all the apps.
Oh, dang.
There are people that they'll just drop the address. There are people that are just,
what's up, Tiff?
Hey,
my
how
bad, I
you
ain't see
doing?
Tiff in the chat.
None of the things. Hi, y'all.
Y'all.
We're not even looking at the things.
No, I be. So I usually like to try to interact with the chat as we're going to at the same time because I don't want to just like, they are part of the family too. They not in the room, but they in the room.
They in the room with us.
Yeah, they in here with us right now.
I'm new with this.
Yeah. In the DMV, you need 150 to 200K minimum if you're a W-2 to enjoy this area. Nah, I wouldn't say you need 150 to enjoy the area. I mean, to be really comfortable, yes. But to like, you can enjoy it. You can get by with 100, a little over $100,000. You can get by with that.
I agree.
Like and have like a life is what I'm saying.
I agree.
And not be worried about every single bill. 150 is still good though. Mm-hmm. But yeah, oh Lord, it's a lot, y'all. I got so many questions, like on some real stuff. I got so many questions. So you out here, you done dated in DC. So you say you've been here 12 years?
Yeah.
I didn't know
12
that.
12 years in March.
12 years?
Yep.
So are you from here?
Heck no. I was born in Atlanta. Didn't grow up in Atlanta. Lived in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Did we already
for like
have this
8
conversation
years.
before?
Probably,
Yeah,
but I
it's
haven't
been
seen
a
you in a
while.
long time.
Yeah, okay, you're right.
You disappeared.
We
still low key beefing though, but I'm here now. It's okay. We low key beefing. But
I just don't be around these groups like that. Mm-hmm. These groups be grouping.
But we were supposed to have this conversation like ages ago.
We was. I think I started traveling. Well, sure. I don't know. I also had a serious situation happen. Like my best friend passed away, and that kind of like that put me in I retreated mentally into a whole nother space.
Can we have a conversation about that, like separate?
Yeah, we can. It's just it was like from like August to like I don't know, probably right around November, December time. I just was like really to myself, and you could like seldomly see me out there.
Yeah.
But I just started digging deep into like start doing YouTube videos and content and stuff like that, and then I was like, I'll be a streamer. Mm-hmm. And then I just randomly took a random trip to Paris.
Wow.
I just want to just get as far away as possible and just go like see the world now. So I just been on this like never ending taking trips little thing right now. I just came back from the Bahamas like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. And I'm still trying to get up and go. My birthday's in July, so.
Okay.
But yeah, anyway, yeah, I haven't been out there, but I am telling myself now that I want to start getting more active, especially with it being springtime. You know how it is in DC, like this cold weather. Like you have a sweater on in May.
I have on boots. I have on Uggs and a sweater.
Why do you have like, you know what I'm saying? Like I had a hoodie on to go get some Starbucks this morning. I'm like, why do I have a hoodie on in May?
The weather definitely switched up. It played me yesterday and today. It's cold. Dang. I don't know what's going on.
And then people be hyping up DC like it's all that. Mm-hmm. It's not.
Wait, so what has your dating experience been like? Because you the one that seems to have like awful experiences in DC.
I don't date.
But you also be talking about you don't find a lot of the women attractive or something.
I don't.
You said that a lot.
They know.
But what does that like? I guess as a person that isn't from here, moving to DC and seeing the range of people, like, and for me, like when I go out and I'm looking at almost like competition, like what am I up against? Like if I'm out here, then it's like I kind of gotta like look and see who else is
what are
around
you up
and
against?
stuff. Yeah, like in terms of like looking at other women when I go to different events and stuff, I like to watch.
Okay, that's what
I like to see what people are wearing, what they're doing.
Do you feel like it's much competition?
Yes, these women are beautiful, and it's like all shades, all shapes, all sizes. If you want light skin, if you want dark skin, if you want natural hair, if you want locks, if you want a baldy, if you want a straight part bust down. Like, you got all the things. Like, there are so many different types of women out here. It's beautiful. Like, I don't even understand what you don't see. Like, where do you be going? I don't understand.
I see women out here, especially now that it's getting warm. Women are coming outside. Mm-hmm. I think the worst part about it is I think it's during the winter months. I consider the winter months in DC from like October to like at least April. Yeah.
Yeah.
So during them times in DC, people inside. So if you are the type of person like me who's extrovert, I don't like to just be at home all day by myself. So I like to go outside and be around people and talk and stuff. And when I get out there and I see there's nobody out here, or if there are people out here, it's the bare minimum. Like it's like skeleton and bones out here.
Okay.
You start to feel like in months and months and months go by, you start to feel like that's all there is out here.
Okay, where are we going? When you're saying that there are not people out here, what spots do you frequent?
I don't really think I have any frequent spots. I used to go because I like hookah a lot.
Okay.
So I used to go to Flirt Lounge.
Okay.
And I mean the only girls that be cute in Flirt Lounge are the people who work there.
Wait, Flirt on 7th, like
both
near
of them.
Howard?
Well, no, I ain't been to. Well, actually, that's like right around the corner. By the way, it's like literally we could walk there in like 10 minutes. It's like right by my house.
Okay.
But the one I used to go to was the one in Crystal City. I used to go to that one like twice a week or something like that because I used to. It was cheap. It's like they got hookahs in there for like $20 if you go during the middle of the day and stuff like that. So
okay.
So does the other one. Well, I also went to MK Lounge. But anyway, I think what it was I was starting to hang out where. Man, I don't want to, because I feel like people from the group might watch this later. Yeah, I don't want to say nothing crazy. But I frequent where everyone else was going. Let's just say that. No specific groups. Honestly, there are a lot of beautiful women in the area. They just always seem to be working or commuting to work. Yeah, it's like, you can find women, but then they're also taken already. That's the other thing. That's what every single time I see a woman who I'll be like, oh, finally somebody fine. And then like I'll see a ring on her finger. Or, she'll look like she by herself eating, and then 5 minutes later her boyfriend who was inside getting napkins or whoever who was just right around the corner, it comes right back to the table, and I'll be like, dang, well I thought about saying something, but glad I didn't do that.
So are you just out and about like doing like just pass through kind of things? Like you might stop and get lunch or coffee or something like that?
Yeah, I'm from here to work. My work is like 3 blocks over, so I just walk to work every day. So I see this little area right here a lot, downtown.
Okay.
I'm always seeing downtown. And then, on like when I'm off of work, or I'll usually try to see where everybody's at in one of those, I guess you could say groups.
Mm-hmm. Why do you say it like that?
Because I didn't want to say groups. But I mean, I can't go around it, but I usually try to figure out where the groups are, and then I try to see who's going. Okay. And then I try to decide if I'm gonna pull up. If not, then I just try to find random events going on, because I don't have no like specific like, oh, I want to stay in this area because it's just like beautiful women over here. Like nothing in the city makes me be like, oh, this is where they at. This is where I'm gonna go. That's why I can't even really make. I've been wanting to make a video. You know how many times people leave comments on my video saying, Corey, where do I need to go to find all the baddies? I'll be like, I don't know.
Everywhere. What you mean? It's just
maybe you should tell the people.
It's interesting to me because I guess, and maybe this is the difference between events that women frequent and events that men frequent. Because there's a disconnect, because there's a bunch of women, single women like me, and we're always like, where are the guys at? Like, where are the husband quality, the single, like the guys that are looking for relationships or at least open to it? Where do they hang out?
They stay home.
Guys are like, well, where are the women? Like, where are the single women? Where they hang out? And it's like, I'll go to an event and it's like 30 of us in the room and there's a handful of men.
Exactly.
And if they're there, then they probably got dragged there, so they're there with a girl. Yep. Or they're just kind of around the perimeter of the event, just kind of observing, but they're not like in the mix.
Because that's what I'm saying. We don't be seeing nothing that make us want to come out. That's the honest, the biggest thing that I hear whenever I'm talking to other guys. Like, I don't want to say no names because you know some of them, but like when I talk to other guys in different groups, whenever I do go out and I see somebody I already know and we get to talking, I just be like, where do y'all be going? And they be like, I don't know. It's not really anywhere to go. And I'll be like, well, dang. I'm like, do y'all, is it just me or do y'all be seeing like, like places or like do you have like a go-to place that makes you want to get out there and you know you got to go because if you don't go you feel like you missed out on something because like you know it's like a bunch of cute women there or something and they're like no. Like they never tell me like a specific spot. They can say, yeah, you can go out to. Oh, you know what? People used to tell me about this place called Dewdrop. Have you ever heard of Dewdrop?
Yeah.
Oh, they used to hype that up. They hyped it up when I first got here.
What
I was
day
like,
did you go?
I'm gonna go to
Corey,
Dewdrop.
what day did you go?
I went on a Sunday.
What event was happening on? Did you go during Funset?
There was a DJ. It was a bunch of people sitting around drinking. It was a vibe, right?
But did you go during Funset?
I don't even know what Funset is.
Because there's a specific event that occurs. You know what?
I don't know what Funset is.
Funset it's a summer. Well, like it kicks up during the spring. It kicks up during the spring, and it's a rotating set of DJs. But usually, Jasonic, if you know who he is, in the
Is this it?
Yeah, I mean that's the place, but they're rotating now. Dewdrop, they used to have, or they still have Funset. Yeah, see, okay, so scroll down. You see Funset at Dewdrop in?
This one?
Yes.
Click that?
Yes.
All right.
It's a rotating event.
Right.
They have a lineup of different DJs and stuff that come through, and they bring all the vibes.
So this is what I need to follow.
Yeah. Because when Funset happens, it brings out a different crowd of people, especially if you have like Jasonic. I don't know if they're still affiliated with Smudge or
What type of music they be playing?
So when Jasonic spins, he brings out the largest crowd. He spins 70s, 80s, hip hop, R&B, house, funk, a little Afro beats, a little Afro house. He has a lot of music that has the people moving.
But what be the average age of these people that go to like Funset?
I would say 30 to 50. He brings out a range of people, yeah. And there's people dancing. Okay. It's like all of the beautiful people go to Funset. Like it's just, it's a vibe. It's a vibe.
I wish I could find this clip. What up, Big Discussions? I had went to Dewdrop, and I don't know if this was a Funset day, but it was plenty of people there. Okay. Plenty, but
you still didn't see attractive
everybody women. Was like 45 and up.
Okay.
I was the youngest person there.
Everybody was 45 and up?
Yes. It got so bad, I started to specifically look around the crowd and be like, dang, can I find at least one other guy my age or younger? I couldn't find one man that was my age. Every guy that was there had gray in their beard. Every single guy. I'm like, what is going on here? And then it started making me pay attention to the women. Because at first, like, you don't really think about, the crowd like that until you kind of in it. T said I should go to Smoke and Mirrors and 12 Stories. I've been to 12 Stories. Now, 12 Stories is actually pretty nice. But it just was, everybody was so much older, even the women. Then I started paying attention to the women. They were like in their 40s and 50s too. And I'm like, oh, this is the wrong place for me. And that's when it finally dawned on me that I'm hanging around. I think I'm getting invited to the wrong crowd. I'm getting invited because then I was a part of this group on Facebook. I ain't trying to hate on them, but I mean, it's not hate. I'm just gonna be honest. I was part of this group on Facebook, and they're called DMV Does.
Yeah, they're slightly older than we are.
That's what I'm saying, but I didn't know. So I'm sure when I first got here I got here December 2023. I didn't start even going outside because all I was trying to do was get used to my work day and stuff like that. So March hit and everybody's like, oh, when spring comes, it's going to be, lit. And I thought spring was going to be March for this area and it was still cold outside. But I was like, I'm going to go outside anyway. So then first thing I started doing was going to DMV Does events and another group out here that was similar to DMV Does. And it's just like both groups it wasn't my crowd because they were older than me.
Yeah, because I feel like they got us, the average age, I feel like for them, they're probably about 10 years older than we are.
Yes,
there's nothing
that's
wrong
what
with
I'm trying to say. They're at least about 10.
There's nothing wrong with that vibe.
Yeah, they have a great time, but I was like, oh, this ain't for me. I want, I ain't trying to find somebody who kids could be like 5 years younger than me or something like that. So I decided that I was like, I need to find something else. So I started finally asking people at my job. I tried to find all the black people, and I was like, where are people our age going? Yeah. And somebody put me on to this group called Jazzin' or
just another social network.
And that is when, and that didn't happen until July. Like it took me all the months to find out, dang, like, where I'm going to the wrong place. So when July hit, I finally started to get out and I to the Jazzin' stuff. And the very first thing I went, well, not Jazzin', it was Jazzin', but like I also got invited to Nova Squad at the same time.
Okay.
So the very first event that I went to where there was people my age, where I finally felt like, oh, I found the people, was the pool party that Haley had?
Yeah,
Haley had. And that was the first time I was like, oh, okay, people my age.
Okay. Because, I mean, The Wave is another one. Jason runs The Wave. Also, shout out to DMV Does. If anybody is looking to get connected in the DMV, Jennifer Leah runs DMV Does.
That's her name?
Yeah, Jennifer Leah.
I've seen her.
She's
her
the fearless
profile.
leader of DMV Does. They have a large following on, her platform is mainly Facebook. I know they have an Instagram, but her Facebook following is
crazy.
at least 25K.
Yeah, they deep.
So if you were looking to get connected in the DMV, if you need resources, if you need a plumber, if you need an esthetician, if you need a babysitter, join DMV Does on Facebook, and you can post in there. They have like different days for different things, but that's another really good way to get connected if you need a community in the DMV, because she has that thing on lock. Shout out to Jennifer. Shout out to DMV Does. They're amazing.
Yeah, I'll give them a shout out.
And it's like all black.
This DMV Does right here. Oh, they at 29,000 now.
Yeah,
they about to crack 30,000.
They do a lot of social events. The average age of those folks is probably like, I would say, youngest, maybe
this is
like
Jennifer
late
right
30s, 40s. Yeah, that's Jennifer. Late 30s into 40s, and they go up into like 50, 60.
But they always got stuff going on, though. Like they always popping all the time. I just knew the group. I didn't know the group was a little older, because I had, I would scroll and I would see people who I think are close to my age, but then when I would go out, I wouldn't see that many people. But, DMV Does was the first thing I got exposed to, is what I'm saying. Then when I started getting involved in the group me stuff, which is really the I think that's like the secret sauce out here in DC, is being a part of group me's or, groups like that. And so when I went to Haley's thing, I was like, oh, okay, finally some people my age. And that was like when I started being like, okay, maybe this place isn't as bad. Because I was starting to be like, dang, I guess there just ain't no young people here. I guess, like, I was thinking people my age must be still working on their careers in other cities, and then they come here to retire. That's what I was thinking.
What?
My brain was going into like, oh, they just only come here to retire.
Okay.
And I was like, dang, I must be too far ahead of my group, because everybody at my job older than me too. So I was like, dang, I went and got too successful. I was like, dang, I went and got too successful. I done left my peers. But then I started finding, that there is a community here. But then the other thing set in where it was like, okay, well, this isn't really, I think I can find a bunch of friends here. But I just didn't see, I have never just been like ran into someone and I'm just like, oh my God, like I got that feeling like I just gotta talk to this woman. I've never felt like that.
Now I'm curious. We're gonna have to go out, because I want to observe like how you are, because I'm like, how are you?
I just be chilling.
How are you missing the people? Because I'm like, every time I go out, there's so many, but then
I'm just going to the wrong places.
Could be. It could be.
Have
you ever been to any of the Wave stuff? Like Jason Wave?
I don't even know who
Jason is. He has a big group on, he's in Group Me, but he has DC, he has Atlanta, he has Miami, I think.
Oh,
I believe he even has Texas.
Oh, wow.
Black Everywhere is another network to get connected. They have a lot of different events. They also have different sections. Like they have Dallas, they have Atlanta, they have Philly, like they have a bunch of them.
Big discussion said, oh, the grown and sexy crowd. That's my
cohort. Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, I know y'all been saying some stuff in the chat. Yeah, you gotta go get out more in the city, man. It's lounges all over the DMV. I know there's lounges all over the DMV. I just don't be motivated to go.
But there's run groups, there's hike groups, there's bike groups, there's people that go bowling, there's people that go rock climbing, there's people that go camping. Like there's all the things you can find.
I love hiking. I've heard of the run groups, but I can't really run like that. I had like an injury a long time ago in the military. Knees? No, I popped my Achilles tendon. It was horrible.
Ooh, I'm sorry.
It was horrible. So now I don't really run anymore. I might do like a light jog, but I wouldn't be able to keep up with in the front of the pack.
Okay.
Try Lima Twist. What is Lima Twist? Is that a place?
It's by Park. Yeah, it's a lounge.
It's a lounge?
Yeah, it's by Park.
What do you think about Park? So like, here's another thing about going out in DC. Here's another reason why I don't really be out like that no more, is because, or not no more, but didn't really get started. But everybody in DC, they like to, when they go out to like Park or whatever y'all mentioned, Lima Twist, I haven't been in Lemon Twist, but I'm pretty sure this is the vibe. You go in there, first of all, you dressed up like nice. Like everyone dresses up really nice wherever they go, right? When I say really nice, guys be having blazers on, damn near suits. Women be wearing, well, I don't know. I don't really pay attention to what they exactly wear, but I know it matches. If a guy's wearing a suit, they usually kind of in that same ballpark. And so because people dress up so nice, they don't really be outside to have a real good time. They be outside to look good and pretend to have a good time.
Yeah.
For example, they'll go get a drink and like a cocktail or whatever, or margarita, and they just want to hold that cup in their hand and have conversations in different groups of people who are talking. Like they just hop from group to group and go around talking to each other.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is happening right now? This ain't a good time. Nobody be dancing.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is not what I want to be around. Like I could do this at work.
Yeah.
I could do this at a networking event. That's the best way to explain it. Everything out here feels like it's a networking event. All the freaking time.
I could see that. I could definitely see that.
And I come from Houston. In Texas, we get down, you feel me? People be boogieing, people be dancing. We have sections and stuff, but people be getting lit in a section. Out here, you barely find places that are sectional stuff. It's just like tables. There are places where there's sections, but then the sections are crazy overpriced. Like in Houston, you just buy, it'd be like a 1 bottle minimum, and like the bottles would be as cheap as like $150. Out here, if they say 1 bottle minimum, the bottle's gonna start off at like $400, $500.
Yeah.
And that's like the cheap stuff.
Party. Yeah.
And I'm like, so I had to relearn the place.
I get that.
Can't overlook the workplace. You mean like?
Wait, dating in the workplace?
Oh nah, I don't think he was talking about dating. I think he was just talking about meeting people. It can't. Nah, I know you ain't talking about dating.
Meeting people on the job?
Yeah, I know you ain't talking about dating in the workplace, man. I can't do that.
If things go left, then you gotta see that person. I don't know. If that's what you mean, can you clarify?
Yeah, man.
We are unclear of the direction.
I just wanted to make this live because I really just want to expose this whole dating scene in DC. Like, it is just so much different than what I'm used to.
Okay.
And not gonna say that what I was used to was even good though. I was looking for a change. That's another reason why I came out here, is because I did want to find a different type of dating scene. But I guess when I got out here, I didn't realize how different it really was gonna be. You know, like I feel like maybe one of the reasons why I don't be attracted like that is because I feel like when women are dressed up out here, their level, what they find as what they wear as attraction or to attract a guy is not the same thing a woman in Houston would wear to attract a guy. So I don't be thinking that they even want to be approached or that they're even trying to put their best foot forward like that. Because I'm like,
what's the difference? Like what's
in Houston? It seemed like everybody got a booty, everybody got curves, everybody look like an hourglass, everybody look good in Houston, damn near. Like it's like I ain't gonna say popularity contest, but it's like you be in a room full of models everywhere you go, and from the hair to the lashes to the makeup and everything. So you be feeling like, dang, everybody just out here just on a big one. But then you get out here, it's not as pronounced. Like the makeup is more natural and chill. The clothes aren't as fitted. It's more relaxed. And then, you know, you start to realize that I think what the difference was is like the women in Houston dress harder or they get more straight to the point.
Okay.
Because that's their that's their livelihood. It's like they're trying to find a guy who's gonna want to be with them and take care of them. So it's like they gotta
the date looks different.
Yeah, they gotta go in on what they might show a lot more skin, just in general, because they really they struggling. They trying to find a way to put food on their table, and it don't even gotta be if they have kids or not. They literally just trying to survive. And so it's like Houston is like a game where it's dating to survive.
Okay.
Out here, women ain't really as pressed to be trying to meet a guy so they can survive.
Yeah.
It's more of like they are just trying to meet a guy to just like settle down with or be in a relationship with, and so they don't feel like they got to do as much. And I don't think they realize that I know you don't want to it's just like how a man doesn't want to lead with money. Of course, women don't want to lead with always having makeup on their face and always being dolled up every single time the guy sees her. But I don't know. Sometimes that first impression mean a lot. Like sometimes you want to see what you're working with, or see, you know, what this person, you know, is capable of looking like when you first meet her, or to even want to feel like you want to walk over and say something to her. I just, for me, when I see girls like chill, like dress chill, I'm like, oh, like that's the homie. Oh, she could be the homie. Or she
like,
a cool
I really
friend.
wish I could see things through your lens, because I feel like when I go out, like there's a range of people. Like the people that are they're dressed in a more of a relaxed way, or they're like tomboyish or something like that. But then there are women that are also done up, and the makeup is on point, the hair is on point, the dress and style is on point. They on their tippy toes, they're in high heels. Like
the only time I've seen women really like match that energy of what I was trying to explain with like being done up is when I was at like Rose Bar.
Okay.
Or when I was at like Air.
Okay.
Those two places, and I only been both of those places one time. But those places, it seemed like they kind of have more of like a, I think it was like hip hop swag, but like they just seemed like a lot more like just trying to. Oh, and then I was at 12 Stories.
Okay.
Those three places, it was pretty nice. Like the scenery was nice, and I'm like, oh, okay, you know, maybe DC do got some cute women. So I can't say that they're not attractive.
I went to Park last week for Cinco de Mayo. I think I went on a Friday night. It was popping. It was packed. Like all floors were packed, and it was just beautiful people everywhere. The men and the women, just everybody looked good. It was a range of people, like, again, tall, short, dark, light.
I mean, I believe you.
Everything.
I believe you. I guess, I don't know.
You're gonna have to mix it up. You're gonna have to mix it up and find some different events and go to places you might not go.
I'm just not even motivated no more. I'd be so comfortable. Like, I'll just come home, have some food, you know, watch a movie in here. I'd just be like, man, like, I'd be thinking about, do I really want to go outside and be like go somewhere and it's not even really worth my time?
Damn.
That has happened so many times to me now where I'd be like, yeah, I'd rather just stay home. Like, I just want to, at this point, I think I just want to run into somebody just when I'm least expecting it. I think that's what if anything, I want to just so happen to, I was at Target and we on the same aisle or something and this person's gorgeous and we just have a conversation. I think that's going to be the only way, if possible.
I've heard people do that. Like, there are certain supermarkets people be talking about going to. Like, for us, they're talking about going to the I think it's the Wegmans in Largo.
What? The Wegmans in Largo.
The Wegmans in Largo. Even the Gold's Gym, Ritchie Station Gold's Gym. Whew. If you're trying to get in shape, that's not the place to go if you easily distracted. It's not.
Oh, wow.
It's not.
You said at the Gold's Gym and okay.
The Gold's Gym in Ritchie Station. Man.
H said Whole Foods.
Yeah.
Whole Foods? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I mean that would be that might need to be what I do, because I don't really be impressed by DC nightlife culture. I think
I'm
over
a handful of places, ain't switched it up, ain't going to different events, and you already wrote it off.
I've been to a lot of places. It just I don't never be like impressed like that, or like to the point where I'd be like, dang, like, I don't know. I never say damn. I just be like, okay, they cute. Like, it's always that level. Oh, they cute. Oh, they look nice. But it ain't never like, damn, bro. Like I ain't never hitting my boy with something like this. Like, bro. Like, I never do that.
You are not going to the right places.
I never, ever do that.
There is absolutely no way that there are all these events and all these beautiful women floating around DC. You are not going to the right places.
I need proof.
I
think I need proof at this point. I need to start seeing proof of baddies all congregated in one place. I didn't been like, and then the thing is, I record what I do, so I be having proof of what I see, and it'll never be.
He said, yeah, it's the attitude that makes me not want to approach. Can you elaborate? Like, what are y'all experiencing? Oh, so then let me ask you that. Like, do you feel like, well, I feel like when you approach women in DC, do you feel like it's positive, or do you feel like they can be standoffish, or like, what is your experience?
I don't feel like I have to approach women in DC.
They approach you.
They are aggressive out here.
Yeah,
they definitely approach you.
They are. It's different.
Like, day one, I started going outside, just walking around and stuff. That's another thing. I post like once or twice in these groups too. And then like my posts, I'll get like 20 DMs that day. or I'll have like so many people, 300 something likes on a post. I'm like, what is happening? Like, at first I'm like, I'll be like, I know I didn't post something too crazy. Like, I think in DMV does one time I posted like, hey, I'm looking for a barber. Man, I had so many women like in my DMs like, I can personally show you one, and welcome to DC. If there's anything else you need? I'm like, bruh, like, and it'd be different if like the women that was sliding in the DMs is like some baddies or just cute. Then I wouldn't even be talking about this.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I would be like, oh yeah, you know, I have a few people. I just keep it playing, but nah, man, it don't be. Anyway, Corey P said entitlement, and they always on what can you do for me tip.
Okay.
Dang, that's what they be on. Are you Corey? Are you in DC? Steven said yes. Oh yeah, it makes me not want to approach. Are you in DC, Corey? Because I don't run into a lot of women who are entitled in DC. I don't know if I agree with. Well, we all have different experiences, but I don't run into a lot of like entitlement type women in DC. I just run into like. What I run into a lot in DC is desperate women.
Oh yeah, because
that is what I see all the time.
They're looking for a husband.
And then they get so angry when I'm like, oh no, I'm just hanging out. Like they'll ask me, so what are you looking to get out of this event? Like, are you here to find anybody, or are you like, you know, they will have casual conversation like that. And then when I'm like, nah, I just want to get out the house. Like I'm just trying to like not be home right now. And they'll be like, yeah, but like so I mean, is there anybody here that you're interested in? And I'm like, nah, I'm just chilling. And then it's like they start to get angry that I'm saying these type of like, or I'm feeling how I feel. Like it's like, well, why did you even come outside? Like, why did you even leave your house? I'm like, because I didn't want to be home. Like, do I have to want to try to find somebody every time I go outside? Okay. And then even when I've been at church, I was trying to go have a church home out here, and at one point, the church I was going to, like, I remember there was one lady that asked me. She was like, so. It's like, she would ask me, like, so how old are you? And I tell her, I'm 35. I think I was 34 at the time. Like, oh, I'm 35. And then she was just like, what do you do for a living? And I told her what I did for a living. Like, I work for the government. And she was like, oh, okay. So when are you going to bring your girlfriend to church? And I'm like,
trying to get a filler out there to see.
I'm like, yeah, I'm not trying to bring, I don't have a girlfriend. I'm not going to be bringing anybody to church. And I mean, she's an older lady. She's not trying to hit on me. She's just trying to be like, you know, oh, well, you don't trust me. You'll find somebody real soon. And I'm like, honestly, I'm not really looking. I'm just trying to, you know, get used to living here. And she's like, oh no, trust me, she'll find you. You will not be single, trust me, by the end of the year. And I'm like, that's not what I want. You know, like I'm trying to just relax. And it's like they cannot stand seeing a single guy who has their stuff together, who's not trying to date. It's like they get angry about that. And I don't understand. I don't know. I feel like maybe more of y'all need to start wanting to date or getting out here so that the guys who ain't trying to date, people ain't gonna be mad about it. Like, cause I be feeling like I get the brunt of all of the strife sometimes because I'm one of the guys out here who's single, got my stuff together, and because I be outside sometimes, people get mad that I'm not outside to try to find somebody, and then that's when you start seeing all of these people putting together, oh my God. The single events.
Oh, like the mixers and like dating mixers and stuff? Or something else that? Okay.
Yeah, and then guys don't want to go to that because then we know we're going to go through what I just explained. Yeah. You know?
But then I think, and this is the hill that I will die on, I think that, especially in DC, you have a better chance of going to an event and just meeting people. Like your pool of people looks different than ours. So to me, like if I was a single man, I wouldn't really... Like the idea of going to an event that's like a singles mixer or whatever, something like that, specifically for that is like, I feel like your options look different outside. Like I don't have to go specifically to an event for that when there are so many other free events that I can go to or a park or a running route and have options.
You feel like the options are better for guys when they just go out on a normal day versus when they go to a singles event?
The pool of single women is larger for you guys versus the pool of single available men that are actually looking for something serious. I always tell people, like when they ask me about dating in DC, I think if you enjoy 50 First Dates, if you're looking to just have fun and dating and you're not attached to the outcome, DC could be great for dating, but the part of getting like over getting to the serious part, actually getting to commitment and stuff, that's where it gets wild out here.
Whew. DC can be great for dating, yeah, in the sense of what you're talking about. If your goal is to date, so if your goal is to date and you're not trying to find a serious thing, is that what you're saying? Then you could, yeah, I agree with that. I'll agree with that. I think for guys though, is like we just be trying to. I think guys are just becoming more selective nowadays in life. It's like the older we get, at first when we were young, we was all over anything that walked, basically. Like, oh, if they look cute and, whatever, it was like you just kind of hopped on it. But at the same time, we really didn't have much to lose back then when you're younger. And as time goes on and as men, like our value goes up over time. We're in the gym. That takes time to build muscle and get a body. Right. It takes time to get a nice job and a bank account. It takes time to get like a place to stay in your own place. It just takes time to build yourself up and start being able to be the type of person that can lead and have, what up, Hakeem? And be able to make good decisions in life, because you have to make bad decisions to learn how to be a better decision maker. So now that you hit 30 or up in life, you're like, okay, and you probably didn't already chase after the baddies, and then maybe got a few, and then they did something crazy to you, and you realized, okay, that was a horrible decision. Okay. So now your whole perspective of life is completely different when you're in 30s as a guy.
I get that.
And we done slowed down. Like, I'm not just about to, just because you look good don't mean nothing no more. Okay. That don't move me no more at all. Or just because I'm out and about don't mean that this got to be the day that I'm out here trying to find a girl. Like, maybe I just wanted to go watch the game with a group of friends and laugh today. Today I just wanted to laugh. Appreciate you, Richard. Thank you for the compliment on my videos. You want to visit DC? Come visit, my boy. Come visit.
There's so many things to do. Come visit.
Yeah, so like now it's like guys in our 30s, we just trying to chill, and I think the most important thing that starts to become like the top of every man's list in DC is peace. That's all we want. It's just to relax. And that's the reason why I probably fall back to like coming home. Okay. Because I'll be like, man, it's so, like, if you just listen, it's so nice. I could throw the TV on. I could, pop a little, I got bottles, a little wine. I can get my little wine glass out and really just be relaxing. And all I got to do is every time I'm thinking about, dang, do I want somebody to come over? I just remember all them times I did when I was younger, invite somebody over. And then how it just eventually turns into no peace.
Every time?
Every time, bro.
What type of people women don't inviting over?
Women don't like to see dudes happy and relaxing. It's like, why are you happy?
Be inviting over?
I mean, it used to be baddies all the time. And then you start realizing the baddies come with a lot. They come with a lot. I think I said this the other day on the chat. I said, I think I want to go ahead. What up, J-Rock? I think I said I want to go ahead. He said, it's noisy out there. Yes, peace. You know what I'm saying? H, that's all we want is peace. So I think I'm at a point. Dang, I forgot the point I was about to say. It was gonna be a good one. God dang it! It lost me.
Because we were talking about you just want peace. You were talking about you were going after baddies before and.
Oh yeah. So I told the chat the other day. I said, you know what? I think I just want to go ahead and I think I want to settle down with like a 6, about 6, 7.
I cannot with you.
That's definitely what I want. That's for sure what I want. Appreciate you, Southern Purchase. My cousin lives in the Coloma area, and her roommate pushed up on me, and all her questions were buddy related or title status based.
Damn.
Very annoying, bro. That's crazy. What? Wait, your cousin? Okay, so your cousin lives in Coloroma. I don't know how to say that. And her roommate so your cousin's roommate, cousin and her roommate was asking you a bunch of questions about men, basically? Is that what you're saying?
My cousin lives in the Colorama area, and her roommate pushed up on me, and all her questions were money related or title status based. Very annoying. So the cousin full court pressed that man
trying to figure out
status.
Man, because
that's crazy.
Yeah. So your peace was broken.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like I think I'm about to start telling people I'm broke.
We like peace.
I'm gonna start telling women.
Wait a minute. We like peace.
A peace of mind is what a man needs
feel
without stress from a
like
woman. No, women are
it
stressful.
depends on the type of woman you're dealing with.
Yeah,
because
women
there are
definitely
some women that actually
don't like
want
peace.
to
You see
a
all
man.
these guys saying the same thing.
I'm not disputing that. I'm not being dismissive. Mm-hmm. I would just like to add, depending on the woman that you're dealing with, is going to determine the type of peace that you get.
Yes, and that's why I want a 6 or 7 because, dang, I don't want to say for the bad reasons, but like I feel like 6s and 7s have been humbled throughout life, and they know how to appreciate something when they got it, and so they treat it better. Versus when you've been a 9, 10 your whole life, even an 8, you usually be having. Corey is going to take the coming to America approach. Wait, I believe everything is negotiation, and the BSI experience, she has to be worth it. For real. The best women to speak with are the ones who just landed here. People can't leave the politics at the door. Dang. You talk about immigrants? That's the best type of women? Jay Johnson, see what I mean? They consider that boring. Wait, yeah, women definitely don't like peace. A girl FaceTime me and got the it because I was laying in my bed watching TV on my AK TV. That's what I'm saying. So you just relaxing and they have a problem? That's what I'm saying. So okay, I had a friend come visit me for New Year's. This year. Okay. Love my friend Key. You know, she a good friend. She's a good female friend. But I know that my place is bland. Okay, I know I don't got decorations and stuff yet. I plan on doing it, but I just haven't done it yet because I'm always gone. I'm like, I just got the bare minimum. Let me get a couch and some food and stuff and a bed and all that. But I really don't be here. Y'all see I be traveling a lot. I know y'all saying some stuff in the chat. But long story short, soon as she came in here, she started trying to like reorganize how I got stuff laid out. She was like, oh, why do you put your stuff here? You need to put it over here. And why do you have that? You need to do this. And I'm like, bruh. Damn. I'm like, you said you wanted to come over. You wanted to come to DC because you wanted to see what it was like to be in DC for like 2 or 3 days. And within those 2 or 3 days, you're already like changing stuff. We're not even dating. We're just friends. And just having a woman as a friend in your life can be stressful. Oh my God.
You're not going to do that. How we catch the strays?
You know how, okay, I'll tell you, here's another reason.
Wait a minute.
Here's another way women can be super stressful in your life as a guy. And you know, here's the thing, like, let's say you're driving your car and your car just breaks down, right? Or you pop a tire. What up, Philly Vision? Appreciate the love, bro. I'm doing God's work. I'm trying to keep it real right now. Look. Let's say you got a female friend, and y'all know where I'm about to go with this. And her tire pops, and she's on the side of the road, and she calls you. She's gonna expect for you, even though you're not dating her, she's gonna expect for you as a friend, just because you're a man, to come help her with her tire. Now, if my homeboy was to call me and say his tire got popped, I don't gotta do nothing for my homeboy. He just the conversation with him and me gonna be like, man, I'm out here fixing this damn tire, bro. I popped my tire. That's crazy, ain't it? And I'm like, dang, that is wild, bro. You know, and I might be like, you good though? And he'll be like, oh yeah, I'm good. I'll be back on the road in a few minutes. Okay. All right, bet. Holler at me when you get to where you're going. All right, cool. No, with a woman, because she's your friend, but still she's a woman. Okay. I don't know what to do in my tire. Can you come help me? Can you do this? Can you do that? And it's like, damn, I wouldn't have probably had to get up off this couch today if I didn't have this woman as a friend.
Damn, that's how far were you taking it?
There was another situation, and this is a real world situation that happened to me, and I'm gonna let you speak because I know you want to say something. This is the last thing I'm gonna say.
I'm just listening.
I was over at Union Market.
Okay.
And I was hanging out with a friend.
Okay.
Right? And this irked my soul. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. This irked my soul, but I know, you know, I still did what I was supposed to do because I'm a guy. I was at Union Market. And I was with a female friend. We had got some food. And in Union Market, you know, it like gets packed in there real quick. So we didn't have chairs because we were standing up eating because all the chairs had been taken. Okay. And we had found some random people who were sitting down, but it was like a stand-up table. So even though they're sitting down, they're sitting high. Okay. And so we're standing talking to them at their table. and it was two girls. I'm the only guy basically.
Okay.
So I'm really getting into my food. I'm enjoying myself. I don't care about sitting down. I'm just eating my food right here on the table. And I realized the conversation got quiet all of a sudden, and they're all looking at me, and I'm like, what? And they're like, you didn't hear what I just said? I was like, no, what did you say? She was like, oh, look at that. 2 chairs just became available. Two people just left their table, and there's 2 chairs over there now. I was like, oh, okay. And I was trying to go back to eat, and she was like, you're not going to go get the chairs for us? I was like, what? I'm like, why am I going to go get some chairs right now? Like, why do I have to be the one? Like, you could go get your own chair. If you want to sit down, just go grab a chair and sit down. Or bring it over here. I mean, don't get it twisted. I don't mind being a gentleman. But it's like, over time, you start to realize how, like, needy women can be just because you just have them in your life, even just as a friend sometimes. And sometimes guys just want to relax. That whole gentleman thing starts to get real annoying. That's why I totally understand guys who only hang out with guys. Because sometimes, depending on what type of woman, now there's some women who I want to go out my way to help because I see how they're always trying to do so much for themselves. And that makes me want to be like, I don't want you to be, like, if I can help as a friend, I'm going to help. But other women take advantage of the fact that you're a guy, and they'll be like, they'll just all of a sudden become helpless, and they'll stop doing all the things that they naturally do for themselves. All of a sudden they can't do it no more. Just because you're here today and you're hanging out with them. So
for women, and I'm not trying to...
I appreciate you, Hakeem.
What is the happy medium there? Like...
The happy medium?
Yeah.
For women, we mean like
as far as not being too needy, but also not being... You
said like I said, entitled.
The independent, like strong, stuff. Like I can do it all. Like, what's the happy medium?
All right, I'm gonna answer her what she said, y'all, and I'm gonna get back to what y'all said. I know y'all saying some good stuff in the chat. I'm gonna come back. Okay, so what's the happy medium for us, for a guy being friends with a woman, basically?
Like, as a woman, like, as far as how we can show up, because you're saying that
how women can show up for the guy.
Yeah, because too needy, even though men are expected to be the gentleman, I understand what you're saying. Like, always having to take on that role sometimes. All the time,
like, it just gets taxing. I mean, it's not that we don't mind doing it. It's just when you start realizing every single time you hang out with her, there's something she's going to end up asking you to do for her. Okay. Every time you hang out, you start to feel like, what? Why am I in your... Like, why do you want... Like, I'm starting to see why you want guy friends in your life, because you still get boyfriend stuff out of your guy friends. So, of course, women be wanting friends. Because we still going to treat y'all like y'all my girlfriend. Only thing we're not doing is having sex.
But wait, on the back end of that, what does the man get out of it?
Nothing. Most of the time.
You don't think you get emotional support?
I don't need that. I am emotionally good. Maybe, I worked on myself for a long time. Well, and if I need emotional support, I can just talk to my homeboys.
Okay. But I think...
Or my mom or my dad.
I think on the back end, like, kind of to the point of, like, men being the protectors and providers and women being, like, the emotional support person. To me, in the relationships that I've had where I have platonic male friendships, I think that it's that. Like, when we're together, I don't always expect them to protect or provide. Some of the things they just do naturally, and then there are some things that I do for myself. Yeah. But on the other side of that spectrum, there is also a space that I hold for them as far as emotional support that they might not be able to get. Like, it would be like having a girlfriend, but she's not your girlfriend, but she's still holding emotional support for you. And that's like the difference in the friendship.
But I don't think guys be, it sounds so ghetto the way I'm saying it, but I don't think guys be valuing the emotional support as much as they probably should. But most of the time, it's not what we're looking for in a female friend. I
don't think that's what you're looking for, but you still benefit from it. And I think sometimes, like, emotional support sometimes is harder to quantify. So people don't always register that it's a benefit that you're getting, but it is still something that you still benefit from.
I don't like...
Maybe not you. Maybe this doesn't apply to you. But in situations where I have a lot of male and female platonic friendships, and I have become the emotional support person. So if you lost your mom, if you lost your dad, if you lost your job, if you had a bad day at work or whatever, having someone that you can go to and you know that it's a safe space. I've had men cry in front of me and I've had to console them. Like, having that emotional support. But we don't want
to cry in front of y'all.
I get that, but there's still a benefit that you get to that.
I think when women see you cry, it changes the whole dynamic of like y'all's relationship.
I don't agree.
It don't be for the good, because the minute a woman sees a guy cry, it's like all of a sudden it's like the bubble has been popped of like, he's emotional, like this is how he handles stress.
I don't agree, but I say that as a person, like I can't speak for everyone else. I'm just speaking for my own experiences as a person that has held space for either my family members, my friends that are guys that become emotional and stuff like that, and I don't view them any differently. But I know that is not everybody's experience.
But does that equate? Does the emotional support that a woman gives a guy hold the same significance as a guy who's doing physically so many things? He's the protector. Like, say if y'all go out and y'all hanging out in y'all sketchy neighborhood, like if something go down, somebody start threatening you, you don't expect that guy, regardless if he's your boyfriend or not, just because he's your friend, you're expecting him to protect you. That's crazy. He could lose his life in that scenario. Being someone's support person or emotional support person, like just it's just a conversation.
Very different.
I can have a conversation with people on the internet, I guess. Like I could get emotional support from just pretty much anybody, in my opinion. I don't feel like just because this woman is my female friend, like I think what's that you ever heard that term agape love, where you just like love someone
like as a friend, but it's not
agape.
There's like different, isn't it like 7 different types of love or something like that?
I don't know about the different types of love. I just know that agape love is like when you love someone unconditionally.
Google it, because I think there's like 7 different types. I've heard of agape love, but I think that there's like 7 different types of love or something like that.
Okay, hold up. I don't know if I'm spelling it right. Term refers to a selfless, unconditional love, often described as the highest form of love, basically.
Okay.
So what I was trying to say is, I feel like guys, if we get to a point where we care about somebody or something, and I know y'all saying a lot in the chat, but I swear I'm gonna come back to the chat, y'all, I promise, because y'all really going in. I feel like guys, when we care about somebody and we call somebody a friend, we tend to love them and be a friend to them like this. We don't necessarily need anything back. We just choose to care about you and love you and be there for you. I feel like when women care and love for someone, it usually comes attached to what they love this person because they do X, Y, and Z for them, or they have this value in their life. Most of the time, I ain't gonna say all women are like this, but for the most part, women don't tend to love unconditionally. They love conditionally. And that, I think, is one of the biggest differences between guys and women.
I hear what you're saying. I don't agree, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't think all women are like this for sure. I've had women who, just love me just because they love who I am as a person. But lately, I have been running, I guess, when I say lately, I mean the past couple of years.
Okay.
At least 3-4 years, all I run into is women who I feel like are going to be around for a specific reason. As long as they're getting something out of it is what I'm saying.
Okay.
And usually from me, out of this equation, then they're around. But the minute I stop giving them that thing that they came around for, or whatever it is, now all of a sudden our relationship gets really brittle and it breaks off.
So in your, to date, how many platonic friendships with women would you say that you have that are solid?
Right now?
Yes.
I would say I have one solid platonic friendship with a woman. Yeah. I just have one solid one. Yeah.
So over the years, is it down to one now, or has there been a range of them and it's just kind of fallen off?
I thought I had a range. So if you would have asked me this question 5 years ago, I probably would have been like, I have plenty of women who I'm friends with, and it's just platonically. But when I really look into that friendship and I start to think about what was happening, it was really they just were really around because they were trying to get something out of me. Whether at one point I was really deep into photography and I was a whole do photo shoots all the time and stuff like that, and a lot of my friends were models or up and coming influencers or whatever, and I started realizing they would always only be around me because they were trying to get a free photo shoot or get some nice content created for today because I always got my camera on me or whatever. And in the minute, you know, I wasn't trying to do photo shoots all the time, I started hitting them with the, like, I'm tired, like, I don't really feel like shooting stuff today.
Okay.
Then they'll be like, what? Like, why? You know, and then like they start kind of disappearing a little bit.
Okay.
You know, or even if it's just a guy who just, like me being a guy, I was raised to treat women a certain way. So being, you know, like being around female friends, a lot of times I would like not only pay for, you know, whatever I eat, sometimes I pay for my female friends, but then I start realizing they would never return the favor, or they always in a situation where they're broke, or they always, when they call me, it's because they need something. It's like the conversations on the phone always end up with, hey, can you help me with, or I need this, or can you show me how? Like, it's always a need. And I started being like, dang, like, I don't have any female friends that show me how to do social media or show me how to do YouTube. I don't have nobody that helps me with, you know, figuring out. And then the thing is, like, when I would try to call them and ask them questions or try to get that out of them, they would never have nothing to say. Well, I don't know. You know, you're the one that does that type of stuff.
Okay.
Oh, I don't really know. Like, and I start to kind of fall back from a lot of people. So I have one friend right now I could say that for a fact, she pours into me as much as I've poured into her. And that's my homegirl, Ashley. She's been the one that we've been traveling back and forth with. Like, we went to Paris together. We just went to the Bahamas together. She's a really good friend of mine, and she had my back when I ain't had nothing. When I was like broke. She had my back. I was literally about to be stranded on the street, and she was like, no, you can stay with me for like as long as you need to get on your feet. And I was able to do that. She didn't charge me nothing. And so to this day, when I look back at that whole year, basically, of all that time we spent together and stuff and doing stuff, I always be like, yeah, like that's a real one. And now that I'm at where I'm at now, yeah, I always got her back. But she's still, to this day, she still does what she can. Like, she'll be like, you need to buy this, and she'll send something to my house, or she'll, you know, like, she's just a good friend.
Yeah.
But yeah, I couldn't say I know anybody else that's like that with me.
I get that.
All right, I know we got a lot of, we missed a lot,
comments.
y'all. My bad, Steven. My bad, H. My bad, Hakeem. All right, let's backtrack. Let's backtrack. So, Steven said, I used to drive between jobs. I guarantee you about 20% of drivers will experience female passengers discussing how much they hate men tonight, but picking up not from visitors from the airport. Damn. But from not picking up visitors. Oh, from the airport. Okay. Women can be too demanding at times with what they want. Emotional support is pointless. Whoo! From a woman. Salute to Brother Corey. Who's the lovely lady? This is Smooth Will. He's one of my, he comes on here a lot. So does Akeem. Who's the lovely lady that you have with you in the live today? Just tuning in. This is Moni.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm saying it right?
Yeah.
This is Moni. Wait, what's your Instagram? My bad. I ain't even.
The IG though?
Or what do you have a way for people to follow you on anything?
I mean, yeah. Like, my main page is raw sweet cocoa. raw_sweet_cocoa at IG. Don't look like that.
Like this? Like Coco? Like that?
Stop.
Like that?
Let me see.
raw_sweet_cocoa. Is that it?
Yep.
All right, I'm about to pin her at y'all so y'all can follow her, check her out. You know, while we talking and stuff like that. That's who's hanging out with me. Her name is Moni. She's really dope. We done ran into each other a couple times.
Yeah, this conversation is long overdue. I'm supposed to have this conversation like a minute ago. But life be lifing. Life be lifing.
Dang, the emotional support is pointless.
Damn.
God. I mean, that's what I was trying to.
I feel like you guys have never experienced it.
I didn't want to say that,
way.
but as a guy, we don't want emotional support. We want support. We want like, hey, look, if I'm trying to fix this dang boat, go patch the other hole. Like, that's what we want.
Okay.
I always said the first favor is free. After that, I charge. That usually stops the help request. So y'all go through the same. So I ain't tripping. Women be trying to get they be trying to get a boyfriend without having a boyfriend. That's why it's always
I feel like men be doing the
horrible.
same thing.
Nah, men just be trying to smash. Okay.
But they will play the game.
They just be trying to. They
will play the game.
They be trying to. Yeah, they be trying to play a game. All right.
They be playing the game.
And they trying to
especially
win
because
something.
I always ask the question, like, if that's all you want, then why not go after women that also just want the same thing? But then when we talk to guys, it's like, oh no, well, I don't want it if it's
what
too
women
easy.
Because all right,
because there are women out here that are like, I'm on that tip too. I don't want a relationship. I'm just trying to smash.
I'll speak on that in a second.
Okay.
2 seconds. Let me just read what Keem said because I like to make sure y'all involved too. My bad, y'all.
My forehead looks shiny.
What?
My forehead looks shiny.
Do I have my ear off? Oh my God.
No, I'm not hot.
But my ear is off. I forgot I turned it on. I don't know why I did that. I think it was because it was too cold in here. Hold up. You never cry in front of a woman no matter what. Thank you. I'm in the Air Force with a background in electrical engineering and the NBA. I'm getting out soon and planning to move to the DMV area. Any advice on government jobs? I do have advice on the government jobs, but right now may not be the time to try to get into government right now because it's a really weird. I heard though in the next like 2 or 3 months,
it might be okay.
It's gonna be okay. Everything gonna like really flat line back out and they're gonna start hiring. But right now, you don't want to be a new person.
Yeah, we're holding on for dear life. I'm a contractor and I'm like, I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think y'all be all right. Everybody gonna be okay, really.
Yeah.
You just gotta get past these couple months. My father never cried in front of my mother. I don't know. You might not know about that. He might have cried at least once. I know when you say cry in front of a woman, I'm assuming you're not talking if the man cries because of the loss of a loved one. That's different. Yeah, that's different. You could cry because of somebody died or something like that. That's different. But to sit here and let's say something just hit the fan.
No, there was a guy, like I have a really close friend and his father had passed. We were out in a club and his father had passed not long ago and he started crying. But there was another friend and he was in between jobs and he had been out of work for a long time. No. And he was just overwhelmed. He had a situation like with one of his children's mothers and it was like difficult, him trying to see his kids in custody and stuff like that and still trying to provide and still trying to make ends meet and he was just overwhelmed. And we were sitting at the bar talking and he just let it go. I felt bad for him.
Do y'all think it's okay? You know what? We're gonna do a poll. I want to see.
I already know they're not gonna.
What's the situation? What's the one with your homeboy? Is it okay?
No, I'm not. Nah.
To cry in front. To cry. I'm saying.
Because then it's like, what is the
cry from?
Because y'all be saying this stuff like, oh yeah, you're not supposed to show your emotions and stuff and emote in front of women.
Is it okay to cry from stress in front of a woman?
Yeah.
Okay, start the poll. I need y'all to take a vote.
I think it is. I think that you should.
I just want to know.
Because dudes always be like, oh, well, we don't have a safe space to show our feelings and we can't emote because nobody cares. And then when we say stuff like this and it's like, nah, we not doing that. We're not crying in front of women. We're not emoting. You can't.
Why is it like an instant? It's instant result.
Like, damn. Said nah.
Woo, hell nah, my boy. I mean, that's my opinion. Don't feel like y'all have to say no. I mean, y'all can just say y'all honest opinion on here.
That is the honest opinion.
Women will let you know that they just want to smash and kick it from time to time. Yes, they will. But what's really the quality what be the quality of these women who makes comments like this though? Let's be real. Let's be real now.
What?
Yeah.
Well, see, that was the point that I was making because you were like, women just be using men for like trying to get the boyfriend qualities out of them without having a boyfriend. So then men do the same thing because you won't go after the women that are just offering it up on a platter. So you go after women that you know are quality women, but you'll just string them along and play the game because you know that you don't want a relationship. You just want some ass out of it, but you're not upfront.
I mean, I can see what you're saying. It's both ways. It's a little manipulation going on both ways.
That's what I'm saying. Like I feel like it happens on both sides. Like, well,
that's the only opinion. No, bro. I'm just saying. You know, like women are not programmed to handle seeing a man cry or break down from stress. It's just not. It's not in y'all to see that. When y'all see it, y'all treat them different. Y'all treat them different after that. You talk to them crazy. He don't get no respect no more.
I feel like if you're dealing with an involved woman, then she can handle it. If you're dealing with uninvolved people, then absolutely, yeah, she's going to use it against you in certain situations. I'm not saying these are not absolutes. I don't mean to generalize.
I get it. I mean, I'm just saying. Whew, y'all, man. This is an interesting. This poll is interesting. Okay. I'm gonna give you a little bit more time. Yeah, it's right now 88% of the people are saying no, it's not okay.
Damn.
To cry in front of women because of the stress. But I mean, because you have to think about it like when women stressed out, right, and they're going through what they're going through, they want to have somebody solid that they can vent to. You know, some type of solid, like, hey, help me get my emotions back in check, because right now I'm like scrambling everywhere. And if you have a man there, he's gonna be like, hey, calm down. Look, first thing we need to do is this. Second thing we need to do, or sometimes he can just listen and not be reacting. Oh, you know, like the way you're gonna react, and just be like, okay, I hear you. I heard what you said. You know, like, you're gonna be okay though. You know what I'm saying? Like, that type of stuff, that's much better than, you know, you get to getting emotional and now he getting emotional right with you. Y'all both sitting. Now y'all both sitting here crying.
Hold on.
Now y'all both here crying together. I'm stressed out too, girl. I don't know what we gonna do. Like, what the heck? What kind of guy gonna cry? No, sir. Do not cry with your girl. If you feel that like bottled up and you need to cry over some stress, do it by yourself, or, you know, maybe talk to another guy. Other men will understand that you need to have that moment. But we gonna be your emotional, like, support system. Like, at that point, like, bro, like, all right, bro, you cried enough, bro. Now it's time to go ahead and fix it, because all that.
But that was
do you
what
feel?
happened
Did
with
anything
the guy.
change now, my boy? Did anything change? No.
That was what happened with the guy. The guy that I was talking about, like the friend that was in between and stuff like that. It was a situation where he was working. He was already working towards figuring stuff out. He just needed a moment. He was overwhelmed. He just needed to get that off his chest, and then it kept
men
going.
ain't gonna treat men different because they cried. Women change their behavior
Not
towards men after they see them cry.
Not all women do that.
Man, I promise you, let your man break down in front of you over something that you know he could have probably just fixed. You gonna look at this man like I told you. You probably gonna call somebody like, girl, it's over with.
No,
I seen him cry, girl. Like,
but hold on,
he had to stop bubbles and everything.
Let me also preface this by saying that I have conversations like this where I hold space for men and women to, because you know that I talk about like the events and stuff that I do.
We ain't told them.
I know, okay, but I had like specifically, like I have events like the last ones that I had last year. It was called like My Brother's Keeper. There was a part 1 and part 2, and it was specifically a space for men to come and talk about the things that are ailing them, the things that they're worried about, stressed about, or even just having conversations like this, like where men feel or they can express that they don't feel comfortable speaking to women about certain things, or that there isn't a space, or that there needs to be a space. And even if it isn't me, like in the space, because I realize sometimes maybe me holding the space isn't me being in it, just starting it and stepping out of it. Because sometimes I'm like, okay, maybe I don't need to, because this isn't my thing. Like, I'm not a man. But I don't need to do those things.
But do you see, these are grown men in this chat, and they giving you some live feedback right now.
I know.
Okay, you're right. My bad. They just telling
you. But I'm
listening.
I'm not telling you that you're wrong.
No, they're saying new stuff right now.
A different perspective, because you're saying that all women change up when you do these things.
Oh,
I'm just here to tell you that they don't. If you're dealing with involved women.
Y'all look at me.
No, we don't.
Mm-hmm. Every time.
Okay, we can agree to disagree.
We can, but I've never seen a scenario where women didn't change. Like, they might pretend or in your face be like, "Oh, it was okay. I'm glad you expressed yourself." They're gonna hit you with all that stuff, and then later on, when some more shit hit the fan again, it's like they're not gonna come to you no more about this in the same way, because they're gonna be like, "Well, you gonna cry too? Like, I need somebody who gonna like toughen me up or get me out of this state I'm in, because you about to sit here and cry with me."
Okay.
They probably call their daddy or something. They don't call their husband no more because he's sitting here crying with them. Well, okay, what y'all saying? She's right again. Women will let you know that they just. Well, okay, we said that. Yeah, man. Okay, those we talked about those. All women will do that. They'll never admit it. That's what he was talking about. They'll change after they see you cry. Laugh my ass off. Men, we have to remain stoic. Does she date women? What? No. You don't, right?
No, I don't.
Oh, I don't know why I had to ask you that.
I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, that's crazy. If I'm all right, I am married and I have never cried in front of my wife. That's just the way it is. Women change up for a guy they are attracted to. What does that mean? Would you speak on that, Hakeem? I have to be honest, Corey. If the Knicks win the title this year for the first time in my adult life, I might shed some tears. But that's what sports would do to you sometimes. I think you can cry for that. You can be happy for that. That's different. That's a different type of cry. That's a happy cry. But that breakdown because you folded under pressure.
But he didn't fold under pressure. He was still working through the pressure, but he just needed a moment to get some of the stuff off his chest. And I think it was kind of one of those things too, where he was trying to remain hopeful and optimistic, and he wasn't sure what the outcome was going to look like. Like, he's better now, like he's worked it out, but he was still in that period of uncertainty, and there was a lot of pressure on him.
Well, tell him to come hit my line. You know what I'm saying? If you got any fellas that got something going on, they need to talk to.
Nah, because y'all talking about we not emoting, we not crying, we not doing none of that. Nah,
we not doing that. Men don't operate like that.
Okay, sir. Okay. Okay.
I know some guys who are in touch with their feminists or their not say feminine, but in touch with their emotional side.
Their emotions. Everybody has emotions. It's not a woman or man thing.
Right.
Everybody has emotions.
We all have emotions, correct. But the men who don't control that need to like cry and stuff, they tend to be guys who like they can't control their emotions in general. Like they instead of like things happening in their life, whether it's to them or people around them that they're leading, and them just handling it and taking care of it, they tend to make it 10 times worse because they couldn't control themselves. And it's like, oh, you wrecked my car, man. What the heck? What's wrong with you? I just got this car, and then they gotta take it to 1,000% before they just go ahead and file the insurance and go ahead and get it fixed within a week or so and be done with it. Instead of just taking care of it, they gotta do all this temper tantrum, crying stuff.
But why can't you have an emotional reaction? If someone comes, let's say this is a car of your dreams or whatever, you finally got it, you worked towards it, you spent the money that you needed. Let's say you saved the money up, you were able to get the car of your dreams, and someone comes and they total your shit. Mm-hmm. They T-bone you, your car is gone.
You'll be mad about it. Yeah, you can have the emotional being mad, but you have to be able to check your emotions as a guy. You can't go flying off the handle. We can be mad and we can show emotions to it. Like, you can be sad. Mm-hmm. We're just saying that when you get to the extent that you're crying now, you're like losing it. That's the first stage of your losing control of the emotions.
If that's something that you work so hard towards and it's just taken away in a matter of a couple of seconds, why can't you just have a moment to acknowledge that, look, I feel this way about this situation. Obviously, I'm going to call the insurance. I'm going to get my car fixed or have to buy a new car or whatever. I'll handle that on the back end. But in this moment, I'm feeling this. I'm going to acknowledge that this is how I feel.
I don't need to have that moment. I have no reason to have that moment. My way of expressing how I felt about it is taking care of it. Just get it, just knock it out. Like, why would I have to have a moment? I'm wasting time, wasting energy of expressing all that for what? Nothing changed at the end of that expression. I'm still in the exact same boat I was in before I decided to do that. I would rather be actively doing something that changes the outcome, that's actually making a difference right now. Because I ain't gonna feel the need to cry if I just to go take care of it. I mean, that's just how my uncles and people, men in my life, talk to me. Like, hey, like, you could be sad right now, but it's no need to be be a hothead or anything like that and lose it. Mm-hmm. Especially as men, man, we have to realize the power we have sometimes. You can't just, as a man, we can't just go out there and into the world and just be living into something. Like, women can do all the yelling and crying and all that stuff, and no one around them is gonna feel anything because they understand, like, okay, they just expressing themselves. It's okay. Like, they need to get it out. But the minute a man is going off, people finna call the cops. It's about to be people like feeling like intimidated and like, oh my God, he's making me feel like I'm in danger. Like, just because he's expressing himself. It's just different.
That's fair.
Well, we over here talking about emotions. You supposed to be talking about dating.
Shout out to the 11% that said yes.
I think it was
Shout
one person.
out to the 11% of y'all that said yes. I see y'all.
Men pay a price for emotional outbursts. Yes, we do. Every time. Women do not experience adverse outcomes for expressing their emotions. Men do, especially if it's not necessary. That's just how it is. That is true. Y'all can freely just do it. And it's just like, it's going to come with no ticket on it. It's like, all right, yeah. Anyways, so back to dating. In DC, because I'm talking about emotions.
Is it true that the DMV area, a lot of women are homosexual out there?
I don't think so.
I think that there is. I think it goes both ways.
Really?
I think it goes both ways. But I mean, we're in
I didn't know
2025. I think that it's just the nature of things. Like, people are out. I don't know.
I did
But
not
then
know.
there is also a high population of DL men in the DMV area. I think it goes both ways.
That's the other thing I was going to say. I'm glad you brought that back up. So do you know the actual ratio?
Wait, why is he laughing? What did I do?
I don't know. Probably you was caught off guard whenever you read that question about women being homosexual. I don't know. Or maybe shout out to the fact that you said
Shout
the
out
one
to
person.
The 11%.
Yeah. What was I about to say? People. Oh, do you know the actual ratio of like men and women in DC?
Not off the top of my head.
So it's like for every 100 women, there's like 89 men. So I mean, the ratio ain't like that crazy, even though it do. But see, I think what's really also hard about the ratio in DC is like if the ratio is already off balance, where it's 89 men for every 100 women, then when you start doing that thing where you keep having it because you're like, okay, well, how many of those guys are straight? And then how many of those guys are single? And then how many of those guys like black women? And how many, like you just keep doing
How many
that.
of them are incarcerated?
It starts to get, it starts to get real small.
Yeah.
Real small. And I think that's when you start finding those situations where you might be out with your friends and there's only a handful of guys.
Yeah.
Because really, how many guys really are there? And then, not to mention, you know, if women start having standards on top of how low that ratio is. Because, like, don't let it be, oh, I only like guys who are 6 feet, or I only like guys who make six figures, or I only like guys. Like, it starts to become like, God dang. It starts, I mean, I don't know. I do feel like that ratio thing does play a part in the dating pool. It really does. And then, so for me, coming out here and being in a part of a ratio like that, oh, my bad. You trying to...
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Oh. For me, coming out here and being a part of a ratio like this, it was just like that was another thing that I wasn't used to. I wasn't used to going to events and to be like, it's like only like 2 or 3 other guys here, and this is nothing but women everywhere. And y'all would think that sounds like a great thing, because women quick to tell you, you should have no problem dating. There's so many women here. There's so many women. But then it's like, yeah, it's a lot of women, but like I don't like none of them.
None of them?
And then that's the next reaction that I get.
None of them.
None of them. It's like 50 women here. It's only 10 guys, and you don't like nothing you see. I'd be like, no.
What you be going after supermodels? Like, what is your type? What's your type, Corey?
I told you I want a 6 or 7. I want about like a 6, 7.
No, but before that, because you're saying that you are at this point you're willing to settle for a 6 or 7. So what was the standard before? What are you climbing down from?
I'm not climbing down, man. Yeah, 80-20 rule.
What are you climbing down from?
I'm not climbing down. I just want to I'm just trying to chill in life.
So you was going after 9s and 10s before? You was going after
It's not that I was
baddies?
going after them. That's just kind of like what kind of ended up happening a few times. You know, I mean, I think for me, like, I have to be like attracted to somebody before I even want to like pursue them in any type of way. Like, I have to like what I see first. I know women operate different, especially based off of all the conversations I've had on this stream and like in real life out here. I know women just operate totally different. I know y'all don't necessarily have to like exactly what you see when at the beginning of the courtship thing.
I think that we're socialized that way too.
Y'all are socialized? What do you mean?
I think we hear from very, very little men are visual creatures. Men are visual. But a lot of women, I feel like we're socialized to be like, oh, well, you should look at the whole of a man and not just what he looks like.
Well, I mean, guys don't want to be shallow. We don't want to.
Y'all are very shallow.
But see, I be trying to not be shallow.
You literally just said that you would settle for a 6 or 7 and settle down.
And that's not being shallow. That's like the opposite of being shallow.
But you said that you're settling for a 6 or 7, which means that the people that you were going after before were significantly higher than that, and you feel like a 6 or 7 is really not what you want, but you'll take it.
No, that's what I want now, for sure.
That's what you want now, but that's not what you wanted before, which means that you feel like you're settling with a 6 or 7.
Yes. What's wrong with settling?
Because I'm willing to bet that a lot of the people that you dated before were probably because you were physically attracted to them first, and maybe not the personality. The personality probably took a back seat.
But the thing is, I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings, because there was this one girl I tried to date before I left Houston, and I realized that I didn't have any like physical attraction to her, and it's one thing ended up happening where she wanted to become physical. And I could not meet her where she was at, because I just was not feeling that situation. She wanted it to be physical right there in that moment. She just dropped it on me like, just pull it out.
Damn.
Right there. Mid conversation. Pull it out.
Damn.
And the normal me, in that situation, would have been with the stuff. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying not to cut, but I would have been with it. But I just wasn't feeling her like that. And I was like, I just started hitting her with like, stop playing. Like, we about to be late for that thing. Like, we gotta go. And I started to realize later on that, dang, she really shot her shot at me right then and there. And now I'm feeling like, bruh, like, I can't, I'm trying to find somebody who's not overly attractive, but just enough attractive to me to where, okay, I could at least like be intimate with them. That's the goal. Okay. But I don't want them to be like so crazy or overly attractive that they come with like all these other mental things that come with them. Because I don't mind a woman being very attractive, even when we out and about, because I ain't tripping, like I match the energy. But if you see that looks have gone to her head to the point where she feels like crazy entitled, that'd be the problem. Like, oh, I deserve so much more. I deserve a guy who does this and this because I look so good. Yeah.
Nah, it's a dope.
And that's what I was dealing with, especially in Houston.
I feel like a lot of guys, they end up in situations because they go after the physical first, and then the personality part is like, oh, you know what? She's actually kind of cool. Let me get to know her.
Well, nowadays, and I think it comes with getting older, I think most guys, we want you to be attractive, but we still care about other things too now. Like, the attractive just being fine ain't gonna make me talk to you or make me want to pursue you. Like, you have to have a personality too or something going on for yourself.
He said digestively attractive.
Digestively attractive? What, like food or something? I'm confused. Everyone settles at some point. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and I think I'm at that point, y'all. I'm at a point where I just want to settle. Like, I want to settle. I don't want them problems. The stress that come with trying to be overly fine. She was probably a 7 if I had to guess. Damn. Houston has a high STD rate. You dodged a bullet. I did. I dodged a lot of bullets out there. The weather is nice right now in DC. Yeah, today is nice. I do plan on going outside and trying to do something. Did you make plans today?
I'm supposed to go meet. Yeah. So for my next event, I gotta go to Alexandria. I'm supposed to meet a friend.
Oh, you meet a friend?
Yeah. It's not a man. I have to be there at 3:30. So I'm gonna leave this and then go meet up with her for like tea, coffee.
She fine?
I don't know. I've never met her. You crazy?
You said you never met her?
No. Like, I met her in a social group. Like, I've met her in Black Everywhere. Like, I posted my event in the group. She commented on it because she's a dietitian. And so she was like, she wants to come and talk to women about like the intersectionality between like your diet and how it can affect like fibroids, PCOS, endometriosis, and stuff like that. And this is stuff that people don't talk about. But we're going to meet today so that we can talk about, because I told her that I'll probably make the event into like a 2 or 3 part series. Yeah. And so she's like, she wants to come to the event next Saturday to kind of just get a feel for like the flow and stuff, and then probably like event 2 or 3.
What next Saturday?
Then she'll,
What event's next Saturday?
Oh, remember the Mother Hopefuls event that I was telling you about that I'm doing? Remember when we were at Hyde and I was telling you about like...
Oh yeah, you did say you were putting together.
So it's happening next Saturday.
It's for women, right?
I mean, if you want to come, and you can come. It's open to men. Because, I mean, a lot of men don't know about this stuff.
Oh, wow. She said quick is not a man. Hey, I just want to let y'all know.
Because it was the way that you was looking. You was like, oh, you mean the friend? It's not that kind of friend.
So hold on, are you single?
Yes.
We didn't even ask that question.
Yeah, I am. I'm single. I'm not married.
Oh.
I don't have any children yet.
How old are you again?
36. I just turned
36.
I'm a lady Aquarius.
Do you have any kids?
I do not have any children. My son has 4 legs. He's gray. He's a cat.
So she's 36, single.
I'm an Aquarius.
No kids.
I like short walks on the beach.
She likes short walks on the beach. Her is tagged at the top of the chat right now. I just want to throw that out there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can slide in the DMs. You know what I'm saying? Let me know how it go. You know what I'm saying?
Lord.
Love connection, Corey over here. You feel me?
Not love connection,
You know what I'm saying?
Corey.
You know, hey, if something blossoms out of this, y'all just all I ask is y'all let me know.
You funny.
We can bring y'all back. We can talk about how this happened, how it went down. You know what I'm saying? But I do appreciate you coming, you know what I'm saying, sliding on me, because, you know, we were, like, legit trying to get this to happen, like, a couple months ago when we both found out that we were both, like, well, do you consider yourself a content creator?
No.
Or just, like, a curator of, like, events?
I'm an event curator.
Okay.
Content creation isn't my thing, but I know that I probably should delve into it.
You should probably stream at your events. You should absolutely do that.
That's a good idea. Okay.
You should definitely do that.
Okay.
As you can see, it's quite fun. And you get a whole community. I've met so many friends now here in DC because of my stream. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like Tiff, she was in the chat earlier. We didn't hung out so many times now. Aww. Like we've been having different events where I'll tell everybody, you know, oh, by the way, I do have my own group me for the chat. So whenever I'm not online, you guys can follow the group. Welcome to the Corey Dating Game Show. We will. Yeah, I will. Wait, hold up. Yeah, I will come because Corey forgot about us in GroupMe. Ooh. I didn't forget about. No, I've been very active in GroupMe lately. Ooh. You just probably ain't been in GroupMe. You probably thought it's not dead. We've been talking a lot lately. We about to go bowling actually. That's what I said I was gonna do.
Y'all are bowling tonight?
Not tonight, but I said I want to go bowling. I want to give everybody like a week.
Okay.
To get rid. What? Oh my God, JoJo. This dude loves Brazil. Mm-hmm. And every time we get in the chat, he always telling us, he always got something to say. Like, well, if it ain't working out in the United States, make sure y'all come to Brazil. It's where that happiness is. Throwing the towel for DC is a waste of time. JoJo always doing that. It's funny. It's hilarious.
If it's in Brazil or somewhere else, go where your happiness is.
So do you personally like the dating market here in DC? I think we've been talking about a lot about me. Do you like the dating here in DC? As a single 36-year-old woman with you got a career too, right? Yeah, you said contractor. Oh yeah, you doing good. You chilling.
I mean, I got a little coinage.
Okay.
It's challenging. It's challenging.
What are you looking for? As a woman, you know what? I've never really gone that deep into asking women. Women are always asking me, what are you looking for out here?
What am I looking
in DC?
For?
Yeah, we didn't spend a whole hour talking about me.
I want someone that's genuine, reliable. I want someone that has a vision. I want someone that's family oriented. I don't know. Like
how long have you been single?
More than 5 years. It's been a minute.
How have you? Okay, hold on. Let's do the stats again, y'all. 36. Mm-hmm. So I mean, about 31, you were single. So then you carry the 1, subtract the 5. So then you don't got kids, and you in DC. So what's been? I want to say the problem because 5 years. There's been a lot of
emotional work that I've had to do. This version of me at 36.
Oh, I understand
is
that.
Not the version that I was at 30 or 25.
I applaud you because I know the work you
18.
did. Yeah, I can see it.
I've done you said a lot of work.
I respect that all day. I had to do the same thing. I know exactly how you feel. It just don't be. Yeah, people be overlooking that work you gotta do in yourself. Like when you have to get in that mirror.
It's not easy. Undoing and redoing, unlearning. Because it's not even just, oh God, like the unlearning and relearning. Yeah. Then it's changing your habits. It's sometimes having to remove yourself from different environments. It's sometimes having to remove yourself and replace them with people or manifest people in that you need. Like it's a process and it takes a lot of time.
Shout out to growth, like J Rock said.
Shout out to growth.
More from money, like her perspective. Y'all want money to come? to the chat. So I'm going to start streaming more outside of just my apartment.
Okay.
Like I was actually thinking about doing it somewhere, like meeting you somewhere else, because I did like a little practice IRL stream the other day.
Okay.
And I just did it from my phone, and it looked really good, like way better than I thought it was gonna look. So, I can always still mic us up, and we could be anywhere.
I would love that.
That would be fun, right?
One of the things that I would kind of want to do, and this is just a suggestion, or what if we were to hit the streets and ask people about their dating experiences in real time?
Yeah,
or random people and ask them.
I've done it. I've done it once. I did it one time. I did it at this concert that just happened not too long ago. I was asking people like, what I said. My favorite question to ask everyone is, if you could describe dating in DC with one word, what would it be?
Yeah.
What would it be?
Dating in DC?
In one word.
In one word. Challenging. It's challenging. But then I also like it.
So see how it starts the conversation? That's always that's how you can go around interviewing everybody with that.
Because I mean, like when I was talking to my therapist at one time about it, and I was telling her, I don't think I'm going to find a husband here. Like, I feel like I'm going to have to move and blah, 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 and I'm upset. And she's like, well, if your mind frame is that you're not going to find a husband, then that's not going to change if you leave DC. If that's where you're taking it.
I see what they're saying, but then again, I do feel like there are certain cities that are more catered towards.
I get that.
Finding that a special someone. I don't know how I feel about DC just yet. I feel like I haven't really integrated myself enough into the dating world. I only been on 3 dates. Well, 2 of them were real dates. The third one was like, we just so happened to be going to the same place, like in a group.
You told me about one of them people. And every time I see her, I'm like...
Bros, don't even start right now. I'm finna have to stop the live.
I'm not naming no names. I'm not naming no names.
Okay,
I'm not throwing out
right.
no clues. I'm not gonna throw you under the bus.
They don't know nothing.
That would be crazy if I did you like that.
Don't
on your
do
own
me
live.
like that.
I wouldn't do you like that.
See, I told you, y'all can't know everything. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Y'all can't know everything. But I have been on 2 legit dates, and like I said, the third one, I just met somebody somewhere. And it wasn't, I guess I still consider it a date because we really kind of only went because the other person was going. It was like, are you going? Yeah, I'm going. All right, but I'll see you there. But we still hung out and talked to other people while we were there. So, but I haven't had the will to want to do no other dating.
I want to, there's something that I've been thinking about too, and it kind of makes me think of like this whole shakeup with the
Smooth Will, you in Alexandria?
Hey, neighbor.
36, single, no kids, going to Alexandria where I live.
I think
that was a strong
I'm in Arlington. What's up?
I'm
playing. He ain't even got no profile picture. I don't know what this person looks like. I have no idea. I don't know. But people are not dating for compatibility. I think sometimes people can't because they don't know what they need. Because I don't think that people are showing up as their authentic selves. Yeah. And I think that there are people that are stuck. Like, we're working jobs. We're stuck in uncomfortable situations. We've never leaned into our passions or like our actual callings or done the work to get to it. And so you're never going to find your person because you're not even showing up as your authentic self. You're just some version of yourself. And until people can kind of lean more into that, they're not going to find the connections that they're supposed to have. Facts. And sometimes it's not even that you have to go out and seek it. Sometimes if you're just showing up as who you are, it's going to come to you like a magnet.
MP5 said people are not dating for compatibility. Is that what you were saying? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And then J-Rock was like, people like to brag out here in DC. Very, what can you do for me type energy. That is so true. What can you do for me lately? Yes. Ooh. I know the whole song playing in your head now.
Of course.
I know.
With the whole...
Yeah, I know. We got a connection, y'all. You're in Arlington, right next door. Oh, we got a connection? Is that what's going on?
I don't know. It's all jokes.
Nobody moves to DC to stay. I know.
Yeah, it's a very transient
Bruh,
city.
Because I ain't gonna lie. Every other month, I feel like I'll be trying to find another job somewhere. I'm like, man, this
ain't it. You try to leave DC?
What? I don't, like I do travel a lot because it makes me feel so much better.
I feel like you gotta get connected.
I'll be like, I freaking hate this place.
I feel like you just gotta get connected. You have to find your community here.
I've been trying. I mean, like the group when we went to Hyde the other day, that was the best scenage, and I think I told you there.
You did say that.
That was the best scenage I didn't seen in a long time, and that wasn't even all
Some
that.
of the guys.
But it's been so bad for so long that when it finally was just that, it was like, thank God.
But then you did like a light poll of some of the guys there, and they were like, "No, bro." I mean, there was like one or two that was like, "No, I don't really be seeing anything." But then other guys were like, "Nah, there are some people out here that look good."
But you got to also realize we all got different standards.
So then, what was the point?
And I feel like the guy,
question then, if I feel like rule it out that way.
I feel like the guy who was mainly the one like, "Oh no, there's some women out here." I don't feel like his standards is like that high. I feel like I think he's a lot more relaxed about what he probably likes. That's the vibe I get from him, is that he's way more relaxed with.
Which one are you talking about?
I don't want to say.
I mean, you can't.
I think he had braids.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he had braids that day. No. His hair was out that day.
Okay.
It's like a mohawk.
I know who you're talking about. Okay,
thing.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he don't give me like high standards for what he's looking for type of guy.
If you knew some of the people that he talked to or messed with in the group, I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
But you didn't hear that.
But then again,
I did not casually say that at all.
People in the group, I don't know anybody that's high. Yeah.
There are some, there's a range of people in the group. But then I feel like the group is so large now, I feel like there's only a handful of people that come out to most of the events, depending on what they are.
I think all the attractive people just don't like to come out. Let's just go ahead and throw it out there. I think all the attractive people in DC don't really like to come out because they don't see enough other attractive people. So they get to a point where they're just like, you know what, I'm just better off just staying home. I'm better off just catching a flight. I'm better off just being at work and hanging out with my friends. That's just really what it is. All the people who aren't that attractive, they be outside all the time. I wish I could just drop a mic right there.
I feel like you're not going to the right places.
All right, you're going to have to put me on.
I see a bunch of beautiful people when I go out in DC.
You're going to have to put me on. I'm gonna take the stream with me too.
All right.
And I'm gonna be like, she didn't brought me. Moni didn't brought me here, y'all. I want y'all to see.
Are you sure? Are you sure you're ready for this? Are you ready for this?
I used to be outside. I was that dude outside all the time. And ever since I came here, that whole part of my life just said, I'm like, bro, what is going on out here?
Okay. Because I feel like I feel like we should have like bingo.
Why is our fingers doing like this? Because. But like you plotting.
I am absolutely plotting. I was a socialite at one point in my day.
I was
I'm trying to retire. I need to go sit down and have some kids.
Oh, I'm sure you'll. Hey,
I just want to get married and go settle down.
Smooth whip. It's okay.
I'm tired. I'm tired.
It's gonna be okay.
Is it?
Just gotta keep your head up, champ. It's gonna be all right. DC has a big fish, small pond mentality. Dang.
Golly.
Y'all be dropping facts on here, bro. I wish more people could see what we be talking about. It's all right. We gonna grow. Men generally find the same women attractive. I found a lot of guys just have lower standards on who they will date for different reasons. Yeah, they will. They do. It's not about attraction. Wait, what? Hold on, what did he say earlier? Dang it. Nobody moves to DC to stay, and he said it's not about attraction. Dang. Throw on those sweats after a full day of being pristine. We must have been talking about something. They were responding.
Maybe.
The chat has a crazy delay, by the way.
Oh, is that it? Well, no, wait.
Go to the Bahamas. J-Rec, I just came back from the Bahamas. It was nice, though. It was definitely nice out there. Ooh, man.
Right. He's definitely not going to the right places.
The Bahamas was nice.
Keep hope alive. Go to the Bahamas.
And look, I was
outside.
I was outside. Man, I'd be like, man, I can't get this in DC. DC is so, I don't know, just different. He definitely not going to the right place. All right, look, I'm gonna go outside. Y'all this summer, and also in the spring, I'm about to start taking y'all with me. We about to start doing IRL streaming, and I'm gonna be outside. Moni gonna show me around, and I'm gonna start showing y'all. Like, look, y'all want to see what's in DC? This what we got.
We about to be on.
Y'all might see me holla at somebody. Who knows? It might happen. I have no
be in the
problem talking to
background,
people.
like.
I have no problem talking to people. Like, it's just I gotta want to talk to you.
Okay.
10% of the dudes get 90% of the action.
Is that real?
Now that is
You believe
absolutely true out here.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I don't even want to say 10% of the dudes. All the women want the same guy. We didn't even talk about that. But all the women want the same guy. The marriage and birth rates are low. I want to get some hookah. How long you about to be hanging out with this girl?
I'm going to Alexandria.
Alexandria got no hookah.
3:30. Let's see. I would say maybe I should be free by like 5:30. And it's
Perfect
not
time
going to take that
for some
long. We're
hookah.
going to do. I don't even hookah. Like,
I might kick the stream back up. We might get some hookah somewhere. I'll do it on the phone. You know what I'm saying?
Do I have to change my outfit?
No. Do you feel like you need to change your outfit?
I wasn't like this was my.
It's cold outside.
I mean, yeah.
What's the temperature
But this
today?
was my. I'm just chilling today kind of outfit.
Oh, it's 70 degrees. Do you feel like that's warm? If it's the wrong breeze coming through, you can feel a little. But I don't think it's really. It's only 9 miles per hour wind.
I mean, it's.
I would still probably have a windbreaker on, some type of light jacket.
Where are you gonna go for the hookah?
But do you live in?
I live in Arlington.
What about? Everybody keeps telling me about this place called Caspi's. Oh, excuse me, y'all. Sorry, I need to get some food too. But
Same. Caspi's is alright. Have you been to what's that place called? Not Flirt. What's the place called in
way
Arlington?
out there. You talking about the one that's
It's by Crystal? It's like Crystal City.
That is Flirt.
Is it Flirt?
Yeah, that's the Flirt I used to go to. I like that place.
Oh,
I used to go all
that's
the
the
time.
one. Okay.
Yeah, I used to go there all the time. There's Flirt, and then Flirt built another like a franchise down here around the corner. That's why I was like so happy when they built it. But yeah, every time I go over there, it's always closed.
And now that you say that, like going to that scene, I can see why you would say that you don't see attractive people.
Thank you.
No shade.
Thank you.
Little shade.
Thank you.
Small
Appreciate
shade.
it. Appreciate
Which means that you're
It's
not
shade,
going
though.
to the right places.
Well, they need to have more places because.
They have a lot of
crazy.
places. You're just not going to them, sir.
And then DC got nothing but speakeasies. That's another
They
thing.
have way more than
It's
speakeasies.
so annoying. I'm like,
Man.
everything hidden on purpose. Like, y'all already don't got a nightlife scene, and then y'all go hide everything. Like, people like me just be like, you know what? I ain't coming back here.
So here's what we about to do. We about to play.
That's what we
about to
do.
run around the city. This is the game plan, right? We about to play
Okay.
bingo with DC places to go.
Do you
We
see
about to
bingo?
hit a bunch of places and see if your experience gets significantly better in DC.
I mean, I'm open to it.
It doesn't
I'm not
have to
trying
be
to
all
hate.
lounge club situations either, but just a variety of things, events and stuff as they come up.
Well, so I was here throughout the summer last summer, like I said, and when I saw the things happening, I was trying to go to them. Like when the MLK block party happened last year, that was huge.
There was a bunch of beautiful people.
No, it wasn't. No, it was not. It'd be a bunch of old people
Okay, so
outside.
your aunties and
I remember
stuff.
when I went to this concert the other day that they had for like Emancipation Day or whatever they call it out here, and like I mean now there was some women outside, but
got
it was like
something for you.
old family women.
The type of women I feel like you might be looking for are at R&B parties. You need to hit up the R&B parties because that's where all of the women that are like the soft, the beautiful, the gentle, they still believe in love. They're not hardened. They're
They're not
optimistic.
hardened.
They're not listening to Summer Walker and then the shenanigans. Go to an R&B party. There's nothing but women.
All right, I'm not gonna turn nothing down, y'all. Y'all seeing this happen in real time. I'm not gonna shy away from it.
Wait, how did I say bingo?
Huh?
How did I say bingo?
Bango?
He said, why did Moni say bingo like that? Where you from?
It's bingo.
Bango?
Bingo. She's saying bango. It's not an A, it's an I. Bing.
Leave me alone,
not
y'all.
bang.
Leave me alone. Bango.
Bingo. That's funny.
Delaware is home. My family's from Philly.
That's a
I moved
Delaware
around a lot,
thing?
but Delaware is home. I don't know. Like I lived in a lot of places.
I don't think I ever been nobody from Delaware. You from Delaware?
There's a few of us out there.
Where Delaware at?
It's close to Pennsylvania.
I don't even know where the heck.
It's a tiny little state.
Oh, that little
small
little
wonder.
state you passed through when we going to New York.
Yep.
Oh, hold on.
Small wonder.
Hold up. Oh, right. Wait, did I pass it already?
Sounds like
Yeah.
a little-
Oh, all this right here?
Yep. So Middletown, you see Middletown at the top?
Where? Oh, this?
Middletown, that's where I went to high school.
Oh, ooh, this look.
Bear
This ain't nothing.
in the middle. Like you see Newark? Yeah,
Bear?
That's where I grew up. I lived in Bear.
What's in Bear?
Not much of anything, but I mean, it's
Oh,
good for
okay.
raising kids. If you're trying to retire, Delaware is a good spot.
I don't want my kids to be bored though. I want them to they have fun.
I mean, we went to Philly all the time. And then my family's from Philly, so we went to Philly a lot.
But ain't like Baltimore much closer?
I mean, it is. But yeah.
Where's Philly? Oh, where? Oh, it's that way. Oh no, it's not. It might be. No, Philly's closer.
Philly, it's about the same.
That's crazy, y'all.
Delaware to Philly is about the distance between like DC and
Oh,
Wentworth.
Smooth said his ex is from Dover.
Hey, shout out to the DE people. Hey,
Maybe
there's
you
like four
maybe you
of
got a
us.
thing for Delaware.
There's like
type
four
women,
of
you know
us.
what I'm saying?
There's like four of us black folks. It's okay.
Tip did not. Tiff said, I fell asleep. Glad to see the.
Damn.
It's like that, Tiff. You know what? We're gonna have some smoke whenever I see you, because you over here trying to make it seem like the live ain't lit. We having some good conversation over here.
I had a good time.
You know what I'm saying? I'm about to get something to eat.
Yeah.
And she gotta go anyway. She gotta make it all the way to Alexandria.
Yeah.
Look, y'all. I know y'all ain't here right now. Y'all deep. We having a good time, but I think we got to. My bad. We got some stuff we gotta do. Appreciate you for hopping back in, Tiff. You know, really with the shits. Lower sea level than Florida. What? In Maryland? I mean, in Delaware?
What?
What is lower sea level? Oh, sorry, not into hookah. What do you say? Dang, hold up. Sorry, not into hookah, not judging. I'm just saying, but it's all good. There's a million other things I like. Well, sir, at this point, go ahead and slide in the DM, my boy. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and shoot your shot, pull up from the 3. I need to write down all the spots she mentioned earlier. She did. She mentioned them all. You can pull up with us, Tiff.
Pull up.
You know what I'm saying? You can pull up with us. We finna be outside. She said she gonna show me another side of DC. Apparently, she been out here
to the right places. I feel like I'm like a unofficial tour guide in DC. At least I used to be. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm trying to move out
Great
of the
live
like
for you.
club lounge stuff into more wholesome things. Oh, speaking of which, we have Adult Field Day coming up June 7th. If anybody
Who's
is, like I have I have another social group.
Yeah,
that I'm in.
let everybody know what you got
It's
going
called
on.
Benefits with Friends. It's a play on words, and we are
Benefits
doing
with friends.
Benefits with Friends.
Oh, you
It's-
like friends with benefits?
No,
Oh, you did say
Benefits with
situationships
Friends.
was like you believed in them.
Benefits with Friends is a social group that I'm part of. It's me and some friends. We come together and we plan adult friendship activities. We're doing Adult Field Day, June 7th. We just put it up on Partiful. We're going to be at Haynes Point. But other stuff, like we had movie night at the studio, like just social events where people can come together and still form meaningful connections.
Awesome.
And maybe just not in the club scene. If the club is not for you, the lounge scene, all of that, and you don't want to drink all the time, come out, pull up on this.
Bet. Well, I'm going to try to make it to the majority of the things you said, because I like adult hangout, activities. I need more friends in DC. That's what I'm looking for is friendship. Mm-hmm. Yeah, friendship is what I'm looking for. Exercises for men and women extremely important for maintenance. On top of having a good career, physical attraction will come before your finances. It will. My sister used to go to the house music clubs in Delaware. You ever heard of music club or music clubs in Delaware? House music club? Oh, she used to go to house music clubs in Delaware. Got it. Let me know I'm there. Tiff said she gonna come through. Take him to Busboys in Anacostia. I am not going to do nothing in Anacostia. Okay. I'll
it depends
follow
on
the
what
post.
part of the day.
Yeah, nah, I don't care what time of day
depends on
it
what
is.
part
I
of
ain't
the
going
day.
to Costa. Sounds good. Benefits with friends like that. Benefits with friends.
Benefits with friends.
All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. It's been quite an interesting live. We've been live for 2 hours. I ain't went this live this long or streamed this long in a while. But it feels good to be back. You know what I'm saying? I think it's much easier to stream when you got another person here talking. Usually it's just me in the chat, but
You be talking for 2 hours straight?
sometimes I be doing stuff too. I don't just be sitting here the whole time, like getting food and stuff. Come back, talk to y'all,
Well, dang.
looking up, watching, reacting to stuff together. Like we be doing stuff. But I really want to get more into like taking the chat with me. Most of the time, the chat comes with me on a vlog, and it's more of like it's not live. They watch the video after I posted it.
Okay.
Did you see the video I posted it when we went to the thing last week?
You didn't tell me that there was a video from the thing we went to last week.
Was it last week?
At Hyde?
Yeah.
I didn't know that you make. I mean, I saw
I do
you
this
like
all the
taking
time.
pictures and stuff like that, but I didn't know that you created a whole video.
I did a whole
You
video.
didn't even say nothing.
It was this one.
Mistakes men make when
Dating younger women. Remember I told you that the video was about like the age gap? Yeah.
them
I
young
don't
men.
know if
Them
he was
young
in there.
men.
That's when-
I didn't see them coming. Like it's like I turned 35 and it's like the young men was like, "Ooh, hey, how you doing?" Didn't see them coming.
There's that's what I gotta show you that scene. You probably didn't see that scene where Jalita was like, I'm into basically guys who something like that. I can't remember where it was. Oh, where was it at? Dang. I'm gonna show you real quick. This right here.
I had no idea that you was making content.
I always make content. Y'all listen to this. Has to offer. Also, just so happen to know the person who put the event together, so this might be a cool little blast from the past.
I am an advocate of situationships, and I know they're going to flame me on the internet for saying that. They're going to say, oh, you would pick me, you settling, da-da-da-da-da. No, sometimes you like someone and they like you, but deep down inside, I'm not having this person's baby, nor am I having a wedding with them. But they're cool for the weekend, and it's mutual, and when the time is up, the time is up. And
When the time is up, it's time is up. It's a beneficial, mutual thing.
Mm-hmm.
Tiff said, when is Jalita coming? I've been trying to hit up Jalita after she made this comment, and I just can't get her to pull up, man. She living a hot girl summer right now. I'm letting her do her thing. So whenever if I run into her at the next place I go and she want to give some more sound bites, I'll maybe interview her then and get her to talk more. Oh, hey, I saw Tiff in real life. You were getting coffee or something to eat. What? Tiff, you getting famous? You saw me where? Uh-oh, this means you don't really like that. Okay, look, we finna the chat gonna try to keep us stuck here. We gotta go. She gotta go, I gotta go. Okay, I don't, but I'm trying to help her get out of here because I know how long it take to get to Alexandria.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, I'm about to holler at y'all. I'm finna get something to eat as well as walk her to where she gotta go. So I will see you guys later on. Make sure you follow her it's tagged right now. Follow her it's on Instagram, Moni. Her @ is raw_sweet_coco. You saw me wear. Nope, not famous. That's Corey. No, I ain't no DC celebrity. All right, y'all. I'm out. I gotta go for real. Y'all gonna have to say what's up. The chat gonna keep going. When I end the stream, y'all can keep talking in the chat. The chat is still gonna be up for a minute, so y'all can keep the conversation going. But I gotta stop the stream. Holla at y'all. See y'all guys.